Welcome, everyone, to episode 238 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
I'm Eric.
Will.
Corey.
So this is the last time we'll all be in studio.
Yeah.
Well,
At least for a while, anyway.
Yeah.
Who knows down the line. But, yeah, Eric is getting ready to move.
Getting ready to open the Charlottesville studio.
Yeah, Charlottesville studio. What, 2 weeks?
I move in
2.5 weeks?
the 24th is my move-in date.
I don't even know what today is. That's 2 weeks
11th.
from okay, so 2 weeks from yesterday.
Yeah. Just under 2 weeks.
Nice.
Oof.
How's the move going to go?
I think it'll go fine. I mean, we've been getting rid of shit. And
Yeah. For a while.
we found someone to take our couch because we're
Nice.
going to get a new couch. We're getting a new computer chair. We don't have to get a new computer desk because they're built in, which is nice. The heavy stuff we have is just like our TV,
Yeah.
the entertainment center, and then like she's got a pretty big bedroom set. But
Okay.
other than that, it's all just like shit here and there.
Right.
Gaming systems,
Yeah, little stuff.
pots
Close.
and pans, you know.
Yeah.
But should go all right. We got our truck rented and everything. and,
Uh-huh.
you know.
I want to talk about this because it's important. You're just out of reach of gigabit internet, apparently.
Yeah, I was devastated because
Yeah.
I saw that. It's through Ting,
Right.
which I had only known as a phone company.
Yeah.
And I guess they describe it as Google Fiber Lite because that they say that's the easiest way for people to understand what it
Yeah.
is. And it's only in 3 cities right now, and
Yeah.
Charlottesville is one of them. But we don't live like right in the city,
Right.
and even though we're like literally just outside it, like 5 miles.
Uh-huh.
From what I could tell from the website, which is kind of janky looking,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like it reaches us.
Okay.
Because I went to like sign up for an account or whatever, and it like asked me to pre-order.
Uh-huh.
So
Maybe they're like expanding from the center of the
Yeah.
city out.
I'm hoping.
I know it's kind of a slow process.
I'm gonna
when they do
call
stuff like that.
and just see like
Mhm.
if we can get it there, if there's like a timeline that we can get it, because I think it's like $86.
Yeah.
That's almost what I pay now
Right. For
For-
shitty internet.
for supposedly 30 down and 5 up, which
Right.
is never the case.
Right.
So
Gotcha.
yeah, we'll see what happens. Otherwise, I'm gonna be stuck with shitty ass Comcast.
Yeah. The only thing you have to worry about is caps. I think your speed will be okay, but caps are brutal.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying not to think about it
Yeah.
because it pisses me off.
That's the one thing we can say for Time Warner is they haven't
No caps.
capped yet, which is good because I would be paying huge
Oh
overage
my
fees.
god, my Rocket League bill alone.
So yeah, that's what we have going on. Our main topic today is going to be on XCOM 2. I know it just came out Friday, but at least I put a significant amount of time into it. I think Corey played a decent amount too. I know Will played a little bit at least, right, Will?
I had no opportunity to play.
Yeah, I was kind of bogarting XCOM 2 from Will for...
I think every time I got on to play, either Corey or Dan were playing, which is fine because at least somebody's playing it.
Right.
So I'm not mad about it. But
Yeah,
it was
no,
pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm going to buy it eventually. I got to wait for the tax return to get here, which who knows when that's going to happen. But then I'll buy my own and you'll have full access to yours. But I meant to say, like, if you ever wanted to play your own game, just go right ahead. Because a lot of times I would just, like, leave it on. If I was doing something, I would just have the game on, not actually playing it. Like, there's a decent amount of idle time on my playtime with XCOM 2. So that's why I always told you guys, if you wanted to play, just let me know. And, I can turn it off. So, but anyway.
or Will,
Yeah.
just go in offline mode and play. You own it.
Oh yeah, you could go offline and play it.
Like I said, it didn't matter to me because at least somebody was playing it for the podcast. So
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I was all right with it.
Anyone have anything they want to tease for later on in the episode?
Unravel,
Unravel,
Firewatch,
Firewatch. Yep.
the new Rocket League update,
Nice.
and A Boy and His Blob,
Nice.
which I played 2 weeks ago and forgot to talk about.
So we'll talk about it today
Yeah.
if we remember when the time
I
comes.
got it written
Okay,
down. We're
perfect.
going to remember today.
Perfect. I also played Firewatch, so I'll be talking about Firewatch. You guys have anything you want to tease?
Once again, no. Just the main game.
Main game. Okay. What about you? Will?
Yeah, Firewatch, Unravel.
Well, you did play Unravel.
I think that's it.
Okay. Cool.
Nice.
All right, let's get right into XCOM 2, shall we? So XCOM 2, I guess the best way to describe it is XCOM 2, canon wise, apparently the XCOM program from the first XCOM Enemy Unknown fails, and aliens take over planet Earth. They become like, I guess, like almost benevolent overlords, but there's like some shady stuff going on. So there's kind of like a resistance movement that you head up in XCOM 2. You're a group of freedom fighters, guerrilla fighters, or terrorists from the aliens' perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of the main gist of the game. Corey, let's hear your thoughts about XCOM first. I
don't think you want to hear my thoughts about XCOM 2 first.
You don't like it?
Well, I'm conflicted.
Okay. I'm a little conflicted too. I have some things about it I really like and some things about it that I despise.
Really?
Yeah. I'll start by saying I don't think I enjoy playing it.
Okay.
I don't think.
Mhm.
And the reason for that is because it bills itself as a strategy game.
Right.
And while I think that there are elements of a strategy game in XCOM 2, I think it's a terrible example of a strategy game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what annoys me most about it.
Okay. What specifically annoys you about
Okay,
it?
well, the biggest issue I have is that in battle,
Yeah.
the progression, the give and take of battle is much more reactionary than it is strategic.
Yeah. That's actually a common complaint from people is that. And I kind of have the same thoughts, but go ahead.
Yeah, and so what I mean by that, and part of what actually most of what causes that is the fact that the enemies fight with a little thing I like to call bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Because all of their abilities are bullshit.
Yeah.
And I don't know how specific you want me to get right now, but
All
go ahead.
I'm right with you. Specifically the Viper attack
I heard this on another podcast.
pisses me off, and that's one of the things that frustrates me to no end about the game. So what they can do, and basically they like stick out their tongue, they grab you and pull you to them
Like Scorpion.
like a scorpion and bind you up so your character can't move unless you're able to shoot them the next turn. But what they can do is if like at the beginning of the turn they snatch your guy and the other guys around haven't moved, they can just pound on him and you really can't
He
do
loses
anything about it.
2 health points a turn.
Yeah. While he's bound, and then because I got a guy killed because he got snatched by one of those Viper guys, and then a turret like up on the top of the building shot him and killed him, and like without me being able to do anything about it. Now a lot of people say, well, you're supposed to be prepared for that, but a lot of times like you'll just move like one little spot over, and then the enemies will come out of their hiding and come
Do you
attack
feel like
you.
it's
It's a little bit
too long
cheap.
of range on it?
It's long range no matter what kind of cover you're in a lot of times. Like even if you're on I was on the top of a building and I got pulled down like way down below.
Oh, that's bullshit.
And yeah, I was furious. So
I've gotten pulled through walls.
pulled through walls. Yeah. The line of sight in this game is still not very good either.
That pissed me off in the first one.
There's a fair amount of jank to it. It's very, very janky.
Does
in
it get the
spots.
Bethesda pass? On Jank?
It really shouldn't.
No.
I know you're not going to give it the
And
pass.
I don't remember specifically my thoughts on the first XCOM, but I felt like that had like first entry in I know it's an established franchise from before, but like for the reboot, first entry in the franchise kind of jank. That's acceptable, and it's like, okay, they're going to iterate it on this and make it better. And I think they did in some ways, but just going back to specifically this stuff, I think it's worse in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because you didn't really face the bullshit in the first XCOM till later in the game.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, they start it right off the bat. In the other one, there's the Codex character.
Yeah, that was frustrating too.
Which, when you shoot, clones itself. If it takes any damage, it clones itself, which is fine. But it puts that clone wherever it wants to put it, which can put it behind your enemy line that you've established.
It can teleport all over the map anywhere
It
at
can
any
teleport
time.
anywhere at any time. And if the Codex only has 1 health, if you shoot it down to 1 health, it can still clone itself, and both have 1 health. which, I mean, that's just a little thing, but it just, when it happened today and it was the difference between me winning a battle and losing, it killed me.
Yeah.
It pissed me off so much. The faceless guys, who are the guys that just burst up out of
normal humans.
You're running around trying to rescue civilians. You have no idea whether one's a faceless or not. So you go up to one to rescue it, turns into a faceless, kills you on its turn.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's kind of like we talked about with the zombie in Dying Light, where you open the door and it explodes. You have no way of knowing that's there.
Yeah.
Sounds like poor game design.
There is a lot of elements of that in this game, yeah.
Also the sectoid's mind control, which is another thing you could be prepared for and you can defend against. But it's like, if it gets the right character and then the sectoid like runs away, which happened to me today, you can't stop the mind control until you kill the sectoid. And if it's your best character, you don't want to kill it, and your best character is killing like your other characters.
Yeah.
And that, I don't know, just one enemy being able to do that and destroy you is bullshit.
Yeah.
The random reinforcements that show up is bullshit to me. I mean, you can't prepare, and I get like maybe that's kind of what they're going for, but
they are kind of going for like you never feel safe. I guess, and it's even more so than in the first one, because in the first game, like I could get to a point where I felt safe and comfortable, and my party was good enough that I didn't need to worry about anyone dying or being wounded for a very long time. In this one, you never feel safe ever.
And I'm struggling to decide whether that's fun or not, because to me, I've just been more frustrated. I think the game is very addictive. It has that Firaxis one more turn thing. But I don't think I'm enjoying playing it. I'm pissed off 95% of the time.
I've abandoned 2 playthroughs. I'm on my 3rd playthrough because I got to a point where I couldn't advance anymore. Like I had this is another really frustrating thing for me, Corey. It's either the capture the VIP missions or rescuing someone. Mm-hmm. And you get 12 turns to get to the evac point, and if you don't, the ranger just takes off and leaves your entire party, and they're just gone.
Shut up.
If you don't get there in 12 turns.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
My second playthrough, I was doing it was an assassination or capture the enemy VIP mission, and I was still tied down fighting on the last turn. I couldn't evac anybody. I didn't end up even killing the VIP, and my entire 6-person best squad was just gone. And like in this game, like your squad, your new recruits are so bad that if you're a few hours into the game, they're basically useless. So there was no way I could continue that game. I had to start over. So I'm on my 3rd playthrough, which I feel like I'm doing the best on so far.
That, I had to quit right there.
Yeah.
Which brings me to another thing you mentioned there, Dan, is the time limit for every battle.
That's one of my least favorite things about it.
It's like, so you're already dealing with all the enemy bullshit, which really prevents you from being strategic. But layer on top of that a time limit, so you're constantly forced to like advance rather than trying to take a step back and
you
plan
could lose a whole squad. You could lose a whole squad.
Yeah.
If you're not careful.
Yep. And then on top of that, it's just the whole random number generator thing. A missed shot is the difference between winning and losing a battle.
Yeah.
And that I don't know, that just kills me so much.
I missed a sword strike that was 94 or 96%.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan, I was just going to say that happened to me too.
It's like that should hit every time.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes.
Yeah, you're right. It really should. Like
I get it's random number generation, but that should hit 94 or 96 times out of 100,
Yep.
Beardless in the chat wants to know if the aliens still scatter to cover when you reveal them.
Yes. Yes, they do. Which is also kind of frustrating because a lot of people say, when you set up because you go into it most missions concealed, so you're invisible to the enemy. If you attack them, then you come out of concealment, or like if you get too close, or like sometimes the civilians will spot you or whatever, and you'll be revealed. But they say to go on Overwatch, but if you do that, like, and I don't know, my Overwatch never really hits.
Nope, same with mine.
Mine miss a lot, way too much. And then, like, you don't have any way of hitting the enemy. They'll scatter, and then they'll take their turn when when you set up to take them out with Overwatch.
Yeah.
You're
kind of fucked.
Yep, it's frustrating.
Somebody had a really good Metacritic review that had listed a lot of the things we've been talking about, and it said, and they can do the faceless thing shows up out of nowhere. Why? Because fuck you, that's why. And then it listed another thing. It said, why? Because fuck you, that's why. And just went down through all those things. And that's how I feel about this game.
Yeah. You really have to, because I after my second playthrough fell apart, I was really going to just give up on the game and say, I'm going to wait for modding, to fix these issues, But you really have to go into the game knowing all this stuff, like in the back of your mind, and you've got to prepare for it, well ahead of time. I don't think you can go into your first playthrough like expecting to do well on XCOM 2,
I've already got Dark Souls 3 to look forward to. I don't need this.
Yeah,
I don't need this shit.
It's as aggravating,
but
as that.
At least it feels fair.
At least it does feel fair. Yeah, I've only had a couple of things.
Wait. You mean in Dark Souls?
Dark Souls, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've only had a couple of my characters die in XCOM 2 that I felt was like fair, and not.
Well,
jank.
I sort of got to the point, kind of. I've been trying to draw a lot of comparisons with Darkest Dungeon between this game and Darkest Dungeon, because it is kind of like the roguelike kind of thing. Like you can expect to lose soldiers and stuff.
Yeah.
But in this one, what I'm doing is I have 3 or 4 soldiers that I will not let die, and if they die, I'm just going to restart. And then I just use the rookies as fodder to go in and do the dirty work and get killed, and then I keep everybody back and make sure they're safe and out of harm's way, and that's worked pretty well overall. But it's, again, like, I rage quit last night.
Yeah.
And said, I think I'm done with it, but it's all I could think about today.
Yeah.
And I got home and played like almost immediately.
Yeah.
And I think that's just the addiction, because when I started playing, I didn't have any fun. And going back to doing the Overwatch thing, when you're, like you said, Dan, when you're in a battle, you start in concealed, and you can see the enemy and set up an attack. So what you do is you get all your soldiers lined up in position and set them on Overwatch, and then I used my last guy on the turn to get them to move. I fired with a grenadier, frag grenade with a grenade launcher.
That too when they're clustered.
Right, which hit them all, and then they scattered, and everybody took an Overwatch shot. Everybody missed.
A lot of times they'll all shoot at the same guy too, and I'll miss the same guy.
Yeah, it's what's strategic about that, and they say like that's the tip I keep hearing, and it's like there's no. I don't know.
I've kind of gotten away from that. Like, I started only having like 2 soldiers Overwatch, and the rest being able to attack after I inevitably miss those Overwatch shots. Because a lot of times I'll keep grenades to blow up cover, so I would have like a free uncovered shot at the enemies. So I've only been putting like 2 guys in Overwatch when the enemy scatters, and that seems to be working the best so far.
Yep.
But I'm with you, Corey. Like my first and second playthroughs, like I did not have much fun. I'm definitely enjoying it more. My third playthrough so far, only because I'm the same with you. Like if I have like 3 or 4 guys that if they die, I just start over. But I'm also gotten to the point where my equipment's good enough that they can take a few hits usually and survive. So it's gotten a little bit easier once you upgrade your equipment.
Yeah, that definitely helps. That you can definitely notice any little upgrade to your weapons and armor and all that stuff.
Yeah. So I am enjoying it at this point. They did do a lot of things that I like. I like being able to put customizations on your weapons. You get loot drops, I guess, for lack of a better word, from some guys if you get there in time before, I don't know, I guess it disintegrates. You can loot. They have one it's a stock for your gun. So even if you miss, you'll do 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever damage, which is really useful if you need to get that last hit down and you know your character's going to miss. It's useful. You can put scopes and stuff on your guns. So that's a nice change.
And just the character customization in general is
awesome. Yeah, there's a ton of it.
Yeah, I made my first character, Jane Kelly. Is she in the very first mission, the tutorial?
Yeah, she is.
Okay. I kept her alive for my playthrough, and I made her look really cool and gave her a gun that I named and customized, and I don't know. It endears you to your characters a lot more.
Oh, yeah. I had one in my second play, because my second playthrough I was doing Iron Man, too. I had a character whose name was Emma Becker, and she was my badass character. She was the one that did the Skulljack, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
And she almost single-handedly killed off what is it called, the Cypher? What's that thing called?
I don't know if I made it that far.
Slifer, no swiping?
I did the Skulljack mission.
Yeah, after you do the Skulljack, what's that?
The Codex?
Codex. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's pretty much single-handedly killed that thing. And when she died, I was crushed.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
All right. I got to do some of characters now, but...
What kind of character was she?
She was a specialist.
Specialist, yeah. They're my favorite. They're the most fun.
Yeah, I like their little robots. Yeah, well, let's get into the character classes a little bit. So first one, the Ranger, is different because they use the shotgun. I don't remember what assault class was that. What used the shotgun in the first one? I think it was assault class.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But they also have a sword, a melee weapon, so you can run up and slice and dice the enemies. And their abilities are useful. The abilities you unlock, I guess, are tailored nicely to that. You wouldn't think that's something that would work, but it does work pretty well if you use it right.
The sword, you mean?
The sword, yeah. The Ranger class
can do a lot of damage, and it's fairly accurate for the most part. Except those, what are they? The mutons, where you miss and then they counterattack.
Yeah, and they smack you.
I got killed a couple times doing that.
Mm-hmm.
One hit. He had like 2 health, missed on him. He countered and killed me.
Ugh.
Why? Because fuck you. That's why.
Yeah, because you only had a 88% chance of hitting him, so you missed.
Yep.
Yeah, it's aggravating. There's the Grenadier, which Corey talked about before. They have the minigun and the grenade launcher. They're the ones that do demo, like if you need to blow a hole in a building. Destructible environments. Pretty much everything in this game is destructible, which is really cool. I've blown holes in like floors and stuff to like have enemies fall down, and
I didn't realize you could do that till today.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yep.
So the Grenadier is really useful for that. Grenades will do that too, but the Grenadier's explosion radius is a lot bigger. So if you need to blow a hole in a building or blow up an enemy's cover, they're really good for that.
My Grenadier. How do you say that? Grenadier. Grenadier.
I always say Grenadier.
Grenadier. It's more French.
Grenader.
The Grenader on my team got the rocket launcher.
Oh, today. I just got that today. Just like right when I quit this afternoon.
Yeah.
I just got that.
And I used my specialist's scanner ability. So I found out where there was a cluster of enemies, and they hadn't seen or reacted to me yet, so they were still clustered. And I used the rocket launcher, shot it through a building, through 2 different windows, and hit the cluster of enemies. That was pretty cool.
Those moments are satisfying.
Yeah.
When you plan something out and it works flawlessly, it's very, very satisfying. It doesn't happen often.
Yep.
When it does, it's great. There's a specialist class, which we talked about. The specialist class is they have a little like robot, little like drone thing.
The Gremlin.
Gremlin, yep. And they can be used for healing. Oh, there's actually like every class has 2 different like almost subclasses that you can pick abilities from. And the specialist is for healing, and then they do like hacking. Their little robot. You can have their robot specialize in hacking or attacking and stuff too, which is cool. They have like protocols that they can use to add defense, or you can send them to heal from distance, which is also really useful. If you can't get close to one of your troopers that needs to be healed, you can just send the robot. They'll also do hacking from a distance. They'll do an attack that does 2 or 4 damage, like automatically every time. It's always a guaranteed hit, which is nice.
R2D2 zap.
Yeah, which is cool. That's specialist, and then sharpshooter is obviously the sniper. But you can kind of go with a gunslinger type of build for them. They have some decent pistol abilities that you can use, and they're legitimate for a build for a character.
Mm-hmm.
I mostly just, because I usually only have one sniper, I usually just focus on the sharpshooting abilities for them. I tend to have multiple specialists or multiple rangers.
I take whatever's available.
Yeah. One of the things that that's different about this game is when you get a soldier that's wounded, they're out for a while. I felt like there was only a few days, like even if they got really wounded in the XCOM Enemy Unknown, they were only gone for 5 or 6 days, but I've lost guys for like 25 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
so you really have to have a lot of soldiers that you can use, and not just have like one really good party, because if you have a bad mission and a lot of your guys get hurt or a couple get killed, it's going to completely screw you over.
And that is actually one thing I do like about this game.
Yeah,
it's a problem I've had with a lot of games that purport to be, like strategy games. And like even role-playing games, where what you choose to research or invest your resources in is super important. It's not like, well, I'll just get this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, and just like kind of go in order. You can't do that. You gotta pick stuff based on what is going on at the moment.
Yep. Absolutely.
So like today, what was going on? I needed intel for something, but I didn't have enough intel, so I had to sacrifice this one thing so I could get more intel because intel is like a currency. You can use it at the black market, which is a cool thing. I don't think the first one had that.
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah.
You could sell stuff to the XCOM member nations, but yeah, there was no like black market per se.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a big balancing act.
Yeah. Never feel safe.
No.
I, however, have come around to it. Like I said, with my third playthrough, I am starting to really, really like it, and but that's because I know all of its tricks now.
I just
that's
don't
part
have
of it.
the time, energy to invest.
I've put
to get a third playthrough going.
I've put 28 hours in. Some of that's idle, but I would say I probably put a good 22 hours into it.
Ugh.
The idea of restarting just. No.
Yeah.
No,
I was sitting there thinking today, even like, I was thinking about Dark Souls 3 coming out, and I'm thinking to myself, do I even want that anymore?
Yeah, because you're probably looking at least 40 hours.
I won't beat it.
Right.
I've never beat a Dark Souls game.
Right.
But I always love them, but I'm just like, in the thought of sitting there for 3 hours, or I'm sorry, for 3 playthroughs until you start to like it and get it. It just sounds.
It took me a while, no doubt.
It's a slog.
Let's talk about performance issues.
Yeah, another big
terrible.
Problem. Hang on, I have it written down here.
My dog's squeaking. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. Dang it. Okay, so pretty much everyone that's played the game has complained about this. I guess the release game is worse than the preview builds that they sent out to reviewers.
How is that possible?
I don't know, but I've heard that a few different places, that the retail release of XCOM 2 was worse than the preview builds. But there's significant frame rate drops. It's not as big of a deal because it's a strategy game. It is, however, obnoxious. Luckily, there is some tweaks you can do.
That was funny.
Oh, Fiona.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
If she does it again, I'm going to take it from her.
No, don't worry about it. There is some fixes you can do, which I'll talk about. apparently, if you turn off anti-aliasing, I did do this and it did make it better. I turn off anti-aliasing, ambient occlusion, and you turn shadows down. It'll drastically increase your frame rates. I was getting, I was when I had the graphics on like almost all maximum, I was getting from like 45 frames per second to down to, it was in the single digits. It would vary that much.
Wow.
But I get a consistent like maybe 54 now. Like I said, it doesn't matter too much because it's a strategy game. It's not, based on reflexes and twitch and stuff, but still very annoying. But that, I guess they're working on a patch for it. So.
Yep, real bad. I did the same. I think I saw it on a Reddit thread or no, it was a Steam thread.
Yeah.
The tips, and yeah, I did all that stuff that you
made a huge difference.
Yep, right? Definitely did. And the craziest thing to me is how to speed up the post-launch mission, post-mission loading. Yeah.
After you finish a mission, when you're in the Sky Ranger headed back to the Avenger. Oh, your base is a mobile base too. We didn't talk about that. It's in an old alien spaceship that they refit to have the XCOM program in, it's kind of cool. It moves around the map to do different things. So when you're in the Sky Ranger and you're headed back to the Avenger, it would take forever. I feel like some of my waits were like a minute or two.
Oh yeah.
While you're waiting for your post mission recap or whatever.
It's get up and take a pee long enough.
Oh yeah.
It's a regular Just Cause 3 on our hands.
Yeah, exactly. Get up, get a snack. But there's a weird fix, which worked brilliantly for me. Again, it increased my enjoyment of the game significantly. Why don't you say what it is?
Just press caps lock.
Yeah.
That's it.
Fucking computers.
Immediately when you finish the mission, if you push caps lock, it'll like clockwork. It'll just immediately bring up the thing to move on.
I wonder what calculating the game is doing that when you press caps lock, it stops it from.
Does it instantaneously?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's something important. It's the bullshit the bullshitometer running after the mission.
Yeah, I wondered that too. I wonder if it's going to have any long-term effect on your game.
Yeah.
I mean, that thought crossed my mind, but it's worth it for cutting down on that brutal load time.
And it is brutal.
Yeah. So.
I thought my computer just couldn't handle this game with the long wait times and the really bad performance.
No, it's poorly optimized.
Yep. I saw people with running Titan X's and SLI that were still getting bad frame rates and stuff.
You know why, Dan?
Why?
Because fuck you.
Yeah, that's probably it. So, but yeah, I know we talked a lot of shit about it, but I am really enjoying it at this point.
So it's worth a buy.
Yeah, I think so. The performance stuff it's not. Well, it's hard to say. It's not like I said. It's not game breaking because it's just a strategy game. It's just more annoying than anything. And like I said, once you kind of understand the kind of jank you're going to face, and you can plan for it, the first time you run across this stuff, you want to smash your keyboard. The first time I got sucked from behind cover by one of those Viper aliens, I wanted to throw my monitor out into the street. Because you plan so well, you guys are all set up perfectly, and then they throw that in.
And then fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm really liking it now. So
I don't think I'll ever play this game.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It's if you got other things you're playing, I would suggest it's a skip.
Yeah.
As much as people are liking it, which, I mean, I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. To me, it's kind of like Faster Than Light. The difference between the two games being Faster Than Light, a playthrough is what, 2 hours?
Yeah.
Whereas this is, I'm 14 hours in, and maybe I'm halfway through. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how long the main story is.
And you can get to a point where you can't do anything. You lose, right?
Yeah, twice that's happened to me. I mean, I probably could have continued, but it would have been enjoyable.
A game like Darkest Dungeon, you can get to a stall point where you can grind your way through it.
Yeah.
But at least you don't lose all that progress that you made. It's not just start over.
I'm pretty sure you can get to a point in XCOM 2 where you wouldn't be able, like, if you lost your if you put all your resources into having like one or maybe even one and a half like really good squads, and you lost one of your squads like I did on that escort mission where I lost all 6 people, like I said, you're at a point where rookies aren't going to be able to do anything, because they have so low health and they can't hit it, they can't shoot anything, and you're running into like more heavily armored enemies and stuff that you have to take down their armor in addition to doing normal damage to them.
And you can skip combat, but if you do, your enemy's just going to keep getting stronger. What happens if the Avatar project finishes?
I think you lose. haven't had that happen. I've gotten close. My first playthrough, the Avatar project came close when I reached a point where I was like, I'm just going to abandon this playthrough.
Oof. I'm like 4 clicks away from that.
You better get on that.
I've been trying every opportunity I get to slow them down. I do it, but it's still not enough.
Yeah.
Because fuck you.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts, Will?
I've put in about an hour and a half into the game, and it was on Friday. So I didn't get a chance to play a lot of it, but I did
Mostly because we were hogging it.
Yeah, which is fine. It's for the better because I need to do schoolwork. And just all the games that are coming out like already are like distracting me. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I noticed right away the BS in the game, but having played the last XCOM pretty recently, I felt like the entire game was that anyway. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm bothered by it, but not to the point of quitting yet. But once again, I haven't played 10 plus hours like you guys have.
Right.
I haven't even run into the Viper yet, but I have heard about that.
Yeah. Watch out. You do.
So, like, honestly, the performance stuff is bothering me, so maybe I won't even play this game until, like, the patch goes out.
They're working on it. No time frame yet.
No time frame, so it could be whenever. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. This game is getting praised, so I don't know if it just gets better.
Well, I'm kind of in agreement with the user scores on Metacritic, which is at a 6.8 or something average.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's a little more accurate than the 90 the critics gave it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like when I listen to people talk about it, they love it, and like I agree with you guys more. So hearing it, I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy it later. It is a lot harder because you have to be on the offensive, and I kind of don't like having to. Like I had a mission where I had to get to some like thing before it exploded, and I had to hack into it.
Yeah.
And I hated having like 5 turns to kill everybody and then get to it and hack it.
Yeah.
And as you guys said, Overwatch is useless. So, like, I can't set up ambushes because everybody misses. So really, I have to like charge in there, kill everybody really fast. But because I'm rushing in there, I make bad decisions. So like my soldiers get hurt really easily.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Just wait till you get to the missions where if you don't get done in 12 turns, that your party gets left behind.
I wondered what happened with that.
They get captured, so I don't know if there's a way you can rescue them later. I haven't come across that.
Now that you mention it, didn't the first XCOM have something like that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Huh.
I don't know that you ever got like left behind, or at least it never happened to me.
I don't know. I think there's just a lot of bad game design in XCOM 2, honestly.
Sure. I don't disagree with that.
It's things that can be fixed, too, and we talked a little bit about it. It's just like, don't make the range so long on the Viper,
Yeah.
Same with mind control. It's way too far.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm hoping all that stuff can get ironed out. I'm sure it will. Ironed out with mods. I haven't looked and see what kind of mods are available yet, but I mean, it hasn't even been out a week. Mm-hmm. So
maybe I just need to put it on easy.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much easier having it on easy would make it. I don't know if that means there's less guys you have to fight, or your time frame is longer for those kidnap missions or whatever.
Don't know.
Yeah, that's my least favorite thing is the potential to lose your squad. Even the Viper guys, as much as I hate them.
I named all my soldiers after you guys, and I don't want to lose anybody.
Aw.
So
Oh,
I
I
you
almost
didn't
lost
do what
Dan,
Corey did on Faster Than Light.
Chris, and Austin.
Yeah.
I put all of us in my game too.
Did anyone die?
Yeah.
Who's the biggest wuss?
Well, I don't remember what happened in the first one. The first one, I think I lost like three of us in one battle, and
Oof.
that's when I quit.
It was a tough night's work.
In the second one, my guy died in like the second battle, maybe. And then the third one, I'm just afraid to bring any of our guys because, if I lose them, I'll get pissed off.
I pre-named everybody before they got like a class, and I got the sniper, so I'm probably gonna live a long time because
Nice.
I don't have to do anything besides stand on a building.
Yeah, stand on a building and shoot people.
Unless a Viper tongues me from across the map.
Yeah. Pulls your sniper down off the high perch on the building and
Yeah.
squeezes
Well
him to
within
death.
range.
Never mind, I'm gonna die.
While the muton whacks him with his claw.
Yeah. The faceless too. Like just thinking about going back into my first playthrough, like when I first experienced the human turning into the faceless and just rampaging around and hitting my guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was frustrating.
Maybe maybe that could happen a few steps before you get to it.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
That said, I'm probably going to go upstairs and play.
Yeah. Something about it.
Yeah. I must conquer it. That's what it is.
What's the word? Masochistic.
It's a good. No, I like a game like that.
Yeah,
But-
it would definitely be an achievement, and hearing people talk about it, like I guess even the last battle has quite the difficulty spike.
Oh God.
It did in the first one.
Why not?
It did. It absolutely did. That was a hard fight.
Mhm.
And like my party in the first one, when I went to finish the game, was like super. Like really good.
OP.
Top notch part.
We'll see. Yeah, OP. So we'll see how that goes when
Like
when we finally get there.
The difficulty spike in the Banner Saga's last battle.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was brutal. I think I even played it after they fixed the difficulty. But yeah. So final thoughts. I really like XCOM 2. It's not for the faint of heart. Go into it expecting to do multiple playthroughs because I can guarantee your first one will not go well. So unless you're a saver and reloader, which I've done a few times in my third playthrough.
Call me the Faint of Heart.
See, that's why like the I don't have time for this thing really affects me in this game because I'll spend, 2 hours trying to beat a battle, reload and
Yeah.
just
Dear God.
wears on you. And I've let myself lose a lot of soldiers.
Yeah, I don't mind. Like I said, I don't mind losing a soldier if I feel like it was legitimate and fair. And even you like sometimes you feel like you have to sacrifice someone to accomplish an objective, and that's fine too. But
That's what the rookies are for.
the jank, yeah,
Meat shield.
yep. So yeah, that's my thoughts. XCOM 2. Good stuff. Despite my hatred for a lot of the mechanics of it.
It's honestly a love-hate thing with the game.
Yeah. Yep. Mostly love, but some really, really, really bad hatred too.
Intense hatred.
Yep. Okay. Shall we get right into nibble bits?
Sure.
Okay. I'll go first. My nibble bits right here. First one. Ubisoft confirmed today that there will be no new Assassin's Creed game this year.
What?
I know. In an official statement from Ubisoft's blog, they said, quote, "There will not be a new Assassin's Creed game in 2016. We're taking this year to evolve the game mechanics and to make sure we're delivering on the promise of Assassin's Creed, offering unique and memorable gameplay experiences that make history everyone's playground." Now, at first I thought, they finally go back to the drawing board after, releasing finally a good Assassin's Creed.
Well,
I thought
next year was going to be a shitty one.
that's true. Maybe
Or this
they're
year.
realizing their pattern But yeah, like even though I thought Syndicate was good, like I feel like they could go back and do a much better job with some of the mechanics. Like I said, playing a similar game like Far Cry. No, damn it.
Tomb Raider.
No. Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth,
Mordor.
Shadow.
Mordor.
Playing those two games like kind of back to back, like Mordor just controls so much better than Assassin's Creed. So I feel like there is room for improvement there. So
I don't love the Egypt time period that's rumored.
yeah, is it like Imperial Egypt or like ancient Egypt? Was there any confirmation on that?
I think ancient Egypt is what I read.
Okay. Yeah, it is weird.
I just want Russia. Like that's really what I want.
I want ancient Rome.
Or World War II. That would be cool.
World War II would be sweet. Did you play Syndicate, Will?
Yeah, I did.
All of it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, this reminds me. I get to collect my hardware for Beaten Games list.
Oh yeah,
Episode.
remind me to do that at the end of the episode.
All right.
Champ.
Did you come across that part, Will? In Syndicate? Yeah.
There's a World War II?
Maybe.
Was this a side thing, or was I just not
Sure
paying
sounds
attention to the story when it happened?
There's a side thing that takes place in a different time period. I'll leave it at that.
What?
Yeah. How did you miss that?
I didn't do a lot of side stuff. The side stuff I did was taking over the gang territories. I was trying to beat it. But I wanted to win the Beaten Games.
Yeah, I hear you. You're breaking up real bad, Will. I don't know if you...
I might be downloading something. Is that better?
Oh. It's getting better. But anyway. Yeah, that's Assassin's Creed. Wrong one. And my next nibble bit, Capcom is pretty darn happy so far with how well the PC port of Dragon's Dogma is selling. They said, quote, "We're extremely pleased with the performance of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. It is our fastest selling PC title to date, thanks to an audience eagerly waiting for it and us delivering to the level of quality gamers were expecting." The reason why I said this is because Capcom has said that if the PC port of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen sold well, they would be willing to do a sequel. So that's why that's important to me. I would love to see a sequel of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, and not the MMORPG that they released in the East. China and Japan, maybe Korea. It's over in Eastern Asia and not over here yet. But I would like to see a full single player sequel. And that's my nibble bits. Corey.
What are you sipping?
Water.
Oh.
What do you got for nibble bits, Corey?
Well, Amazon released its own 3D game creation engine, and it's totally free.
Ooh.
It's called Lumberyard, and it's based on the Cry engine that Amazon purchased last year. It's totally free, no revenue sharing, no subscriptions, nothing like that. If you make a game and sell it, you don't have to give Amazon a cut. The only time there is a transaction involved with Amazon is if the game you create utilizes Amazon's web services for multiplayer. But it's kind of nice that that's all there if you want to use it. You know, you're making a AAA game, you can do that in this engine, and Amazon takes care of it all. You just got to give them a little bit of a cut if you're using their web services. And one thing that I thought was interesting is that the engine incorporates Twitch. They have what's called, I forget the name of it, but their join-in feature. And the games can be developed with this join-in feature so that broadcasters can instantly invite viewers on their Twitch stream into the game to play with them.
Oh, nice.
With a single click.
That's cool.
That's next gen.
Next gen. Yeah. PewDiePie's going to have some crazy competitions for that one.
Does he do stuff on Twitch?
I have no idea. Maybe it's just
Pewdie?
YouTube. Is PewDiePie on Twitch, Will? You know.
Yeah, Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I always thought he was a Twitch person. I didn't know he was a YouTuber.
Yeah, YouTube. Did you cover the caveat? There's a caveat with that.
Did I miss it?
Mentioned something about zombies.
Oh my god, he missed it.
Oh, in the terms of service or whatever?
Yeah.
The zombie clause?
Yeah.
No, I saw the headline. I didn't read the article. What's that about? Do you know?
I got the impression that they wouldn't be able to, you wouldn't be able to use that game to make use that engine to make a zombie game. That's the impression I got. I never ended up reading it because I saw someone else tweeted it.
I thought it was a joke. Like there's a zombie apocalypse clause.
It might be.
Yeah. That's why I didn't read it. I just assumed it was maybe there is a serious thing about not being able to make zombie games. I don't know.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy IX surprise released on iOS and Android on Tuesday. It's 20% off now until the 21st, which puts it at $16.99. The install size is 4 gigs. There's a 2 gig initial download and then 1.8 gigabyte patch after you launch it. So about 4 gigs worth of space on your phone for Final Fantasy IX.
Goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious. And we know it's coming to Steam, so it should probably be out any day on Steam, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Maybe not, but I would imagine at least this month at the latest. You guys going to get that for mobile?
No. Not on mobile.
Steam.
Steam.
Yeah. I kind of want to play through that again.
I know it's like 4 gigabytes, which is a lot.
That's what I just finished saying that.
I was looking for the Amazon thing.
Thanks.
I don't have any room left on my phone.
No. It's constantly, every time I want to download something, figure out what I can delete.
Exactly. It pisses me off.
Yeah. I need a new phone.
Can you explain the cloud storage to me? What is that?
If you have nudies, don't use cloud storage.
Yeah, for me, I just have, like, whenever I take a picture or a video, it uploads to my Google
Well, because you can
account.
purchase, like, storage through Apple.
Right.
But does that only count for, like, your pictures and shit like that and not apps?
That's what I use it for. I just, like I said, whenever I take a picture, it backs up to my Google account.
There's no reason to store an app in the cloud. You can just re-download it if you want it on Apple and Android.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's for pictures and videos and stuff.
Fuck them.
And they give you like 2 gigs free, and then if you want more, you can pay for it.
Yes.
I don't know. I used Amazon's cloud stuff to back up my laptop before I upgraded it. Because it was unlimited space for free for like a month. I was like,
Nice.
All right, that works.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ones.
Yeah, you can. Lots of cloud storage these days. Game trailers closed down after 13 years.
Aw.
13 years. One of my favorite game trailers memories is actually a fairly recent one, but it's this past summer's E3.
Yeah.
Somebody made the comparison video of game trailers versus Giant Bomb's excitement for Final Fantasy VII.
I saw that. That was so good.
And the game trailer guys were like freaking out and standing on the desk, and the Giant Bomb guys were just like shaking their head, and I don't know. They're definitely more.
Reality is somewhere in between there.
Right, yeah. They were definitely the more
Enthusiastic,
optimistic, not quite so jaded folks out there.
My favorite game trailers piece was a video by Kyle Bosman where he talked about Nintendo, compared them to a big dumb elephant.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't know, we actually went to high school with Kyle Bosman, so we have
disclosure.
A little, he's an acquaintance of ours. And he has a video series called The Final Bosman, which is great.
It is really good.
He's a very charismatic, watchable person. So if you get a chance, check out his videos. Although, I don't know what he's doing now. So
I think he could probably go solo,
Yeah, I would imagine.
Start his own thing.
I would imagine he could, for sure. But that's too bad. I saw today they quote unquote fixed their Bloodborne review score after they got shut down. They bumped it up to a 10.
What did they have it at?
I don't remember, but it was their first perfect score.
I think it was a 9.
It was a
Nice.
9.
Maybe 9 or 9.5. I
They
think.
fixed it. I like that.
Nice.
Last year's game of the year, boys.
Yeah.
Not according to this podcast.
No, one of the members.
So that was some big news. Red Dead Redemption was briefly available on Xbox One this week. If you owned a disc version of the 360 game, you could activate it for its backwards compatibility through some... I guess it was a combination of a testing error. They made it available to test, and there was a loophole people were exploiting in that if you knew somebody who was following Red Dead Redemption, you could activate it through that somehow. I don't know how the whole thing works, so...
Yeah, that's pretty much it, Corey. People were posting things in the Facebook groups that I follow, and they posted a certain guy's name, and you had to go follow him and like download it through him.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But it means that it will actually be live at some point, and most people are speculating the end of the month because Xbox is planning a number of updates for then. So
They just announced the new list.
yeah,
Today.
they sorry.
No, you're good.
They in addition to Red Dead Redemption being available, I guess Alan Wake, Left 4 Dead 2, Halo Wars, Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, and Tekken Tag Tournament 2 were all briefly available too. So I don't know.
People love their Red Dead.
Yeah.
I'll be buying that when it comes to backwards compatibility.
Yeah, people love that.
Because I've never played it. It's probably the only one that I'll actually buy.
You want to just borrow you can borrow my 360, man.
Get ready
Nah.
for a good nap when you play it.
Although I might buy Halo Wars if you want to play, Will.
I love Halo Wars.
Or you probably already have it, don't you?
Not anymore.
Well, did you have it digitally?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not opposed to buying it.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can split it.
Yeah.
Probably be, what, $10
Or 50.
piece? Well, fuck that.
50. Yeah, because Halo Wars 2 is coming out later this year.
Yeah?
Supposedly.
Yeah. Supposedly end of 2016.
Speaking of things that might come out this year,
Oh.
the sequel to Earthbound, Mother 3, may come to the West after all.
Shut up. No.
Yeah, a few different sources seem to think so. I was reading about it on Gaming Bolt. There is a Nintendo insider by the name of Emily Rogers who tweeted, quote, "Don't be surprised if Nintendo celebrates a game's 10th anniversary this year." And she included a picture of Kumatora, who's a Mother 3 character.
That would be so great.
That
I
would
guess, yep, another source corroborated that. And also Eurogamer stated a while back that Mother 3 was in the final stages of localization. So
Oh, man, that would be awesome.
That would be so great.
that would be all right.
I mean, they pimp Lucas in Smash Brothers. Like, why haven't they just released it?
Yeah. You might get your wish, Will.
Finally.
Yeah, I mean, they said for the longest time that we would never see Earthbound, re-released on anything. And
Yeah, never say never.
I know, that's on the Virtual Console now, so.
I remember when we started, my first ever news story was of how they would never localize it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that.
So,
Cool.
In my last one, in an interview with Forbes lead writer Jesse Stern confirmed Titanfall 2's single-player campaign and all platforms release.
Meh.
Does that make that any more appealing to anybody?
No.
Single-player
I mean-
campaign?
I liked Titanfall. We'll see.
I mean, I'm gonna buy it.
I'll probably play it on.
yeah.
I'll probably play it on Origin Access.
Apparently, the story will tell, quote, a vision of grand global colonial warfare, retelling the story of the American Revolution and the American Civil War in space.
Nice.
Now,
else?
are you interested?
Yeah.
Featuring dribble tech.
Featuring dribble tech. Advanced physics.
No, I'm glad they're doing a single player campaign though. Like, I'm getting frustrated with the the full price shooters with no campaign.
Yeah.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
I think it's just a way to get people invested in your lore and your intellectual property.
Yeah, not just that, but if you ever just want to sit down and play a shooter,
Oh,
And not play online.
and not play online,
Get your ass smoked.
especially in a game like Titanfall, which at this point probably has like 30 players that play it all the time. You wouldn't want to go into that, But if you want to like play as a Titan, you have to play online. So
Fair enough.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know, Dan. I'm done with Nibblebits.
all right. Will, what do you got?
Overwatch is back. Can you guess who didn't get into the new beta?
Me,
I sure as hell didn't.
I checked.
They said they invited all the same people and then more, and I wasn't one of them. And I'm a little annoyed by that again. Every time Blizzard runs, we're doing more beta invites, and I'm never in it. I get more and more angry.
I feel like you as a loyal customer, like they
Very
can
loyal.
clearly see that.
Yeah.
You know,
See, they know I'm gonna buy it anyway, so they don't care.
that's true.
And then,
They've already got your money.
Yeah, they know. Even though I haven't even pre-ordered it, they know I'm gonna buy it.
they know I'm going to shit on it at some point, so that's why they didn't invite me. I'm just kidding.
Well, and they added a bunch of new stuff,
Sure.
like a progression system, loot,
Loot?
skins.
I saw-
Yeah.
Fat
Yeah.
boots.
As I said, I'm not gonna give it more time because I'm mad at the game. So
Yeah.
there's that. The Homefront Revolution beta started today. Anybody have any interest in the new Homefront?
Yes,
Yes.
I'd be interested to try it, but I did not know,
Was that
so
a
I didn't
multiplayer?
sign up.
Yeah, it's multiplayer for the Xbox One.
It's only on Xbox One.
I do declare.
Yeah. The beta, right? Not the actual game.
Yeah, closed beta. And it's coming out May 17th. I have that on my list of games to buy, but under the maybe category. So,
Gotcha.
lightly interested in that. The Division is getting an open beta February 18th for the Xbox One, and February 19th for the PC and PS4. It's so close to release, I might not play it.
I won't play the open beta. I
I'm
don't
probably gonna
think.
skip the open beta too.
Okay, Corey.
I've got to catch up on stuff I've bought.
I might
already.
give it a shot. That'll probably be the
Determining factor.
determining factor, yeah.
Maybe I'll play with you then. I don't want you to play by yourself.
Yeah, thank you.
Game fucking bites it by itself.
Well, I already have it, so maybe I should play it. I don't know. The new Fire Emblem comes out like that time, so
Yeah.
I wish I had a 3DS.
well, I told you not to sell it.
That's literally the only reason I would keep it.
Yeah, one game.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
One game to hold on to it for an extra year and a half.
Yeah, that's true. Do you guys remember Deep Down?
Yeah.
So apparently the game is still happening. They originally announced this like 3 years ago. Wasn't it supposed to be like a launch window game for the PS4?
I thought it was Xbox.
No.
No, I think it's PS4.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's PS4.
Okay.
But anyway, they are continuing its efforts in conducting the product and service research or development with respect to the allowed good and service of the game. Sounds like that's exactly what I said. We really hope to see more Deep Down this year, is the end of the article.
It'll come out in 2019.
It's
If
feeling
it's-
like
If
that.
it's going to be on the same time frame as Last Guardian.
Mhm. Yeah, you're right. It's going to be this year's Last Guardian.
I was
Or
gonna
this
say that
generation.
you stole the words.
Last Guardian.
Yeah, it's the new Last Guardian.
So basically, Capcom will just keep on filing an extension for the copyright, but nobody will have any idea what's going on with it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But honestly, there is like no information on it other than they extended the copyright, which could mean a lot of different things. So maybe the game isn't going to happen.
It'll probably evolve into something that it wasn't initially, meant to be.
Right.
One of those things,
Yeah.
Well, that kind of happened already. We all thought it was going to be that like fantasy game, but it's just like it's actually like a future game.
Yeah.
like the time periods.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my last nibble bit though.
Okay. What do you got, Eric?
I got 4, Dan.
Nice.
I remembered this week. So Quantum Break pre-orders have launched, and they also announced that with your pre-order on Xbox One, you will get a free version of the game for Windows 10.
All right.
Cross-save,
Nice.
which is awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah. It will also come with a free copy of backwards compatible Alan Wake and the 2 DLCs. So that's a pretty sweet deal. I'm really looking forward to that game.
Yeah, me too. I don't like the release date.
What is it?
April 10th,
5th.
5th.
Why?
I don't know. It's just clustered with a lot of other things.
Is it? I don't remember anymore. My head's a mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that's a pretty sweet bundle. They're actually putting out a Xbox One bundle with Quantum Break, and it's a white Xbox. It's pretty slick looking.
That'll be a buy for me. That looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one. So didn't Destiny, Bungie said they were only going to do like little small events for the rest of the year for Destiny?
Yeah.
Apparently they're not going to do that anymore.
They're not going to do anything?
No, they are going to do something.
Uh-huh.
So here, let me read this. Basically what they said is they're going to put a large expansion out later this year, and then in 2017 is going to be a full Destiny sequel.
Destiny 2.
Right.
This has to have something to do with Bungie's new CEO. I think the company was really disorganized, and that's why they fired their CEO and promoted. I think they promoted their COO or something. To be the CEO. It has to have something to do with that.
So this was from the Bungie blog. It says, prior to the holiday break, we mentioned a second, larger update slated for spring. That content release will feature a significant light increase, a bunch of new gear to earn and equip, and new challenges for PvE players seeking some more fun experiences and replayability. So it sounds like they're going to do a little more than just the stupid little events that they have been doing.
Good for the fans of the game, you know. Yeah. You're really hanging them out to dry by not doing anything for them, you know.
And those events sounded like the worst things ever. They would have never gotten me back to go back and play.
No, I'm glad they're doing that for the players. So. I still have my fingers crossed for a PC release in the fall. That would be great.
Maybe you'll just move on to Destiny 2.
Yeah, that would be fine.
So in Firewatch, I was excited about this until I saw this was only for PC players. For people that have played the game, you know that you at one point or another get a camera. Well, you can get your pictures developed for $15.
Nice.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's probably something I would do if I was playing on PC. I guess they're working on something for PS4 and is that one on Xbox?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think
so they're working on it for PS4. I guess like it's just tougher because of all the restrictions with accounts and things like that.
Oh yeah.
So they're trying to figure something out, and if they do figure it out, I'll probably order mine.
Yeah.
It'd be something nice to have.
Yeah.
And my last one, Rocket League release date was announced for Xbox One, and it will be coming on the 17th, which is in 6 days. It's going to be $20 and will include all of the previous DLC.
Wow.
So the Supersonic Fury, Revenge of the Battle Cars, and Chaos Run. And it's also going to have a Warthog from Halo.
That's awesome.
And an Armadillo from Gears. I don't know what that one is. But there's also going to be some Sunset Overdrive cosmetic items.
Nice.
So that's pretty awesome. We'll be purchasing again.
Yep. Jeff buying it too?
Oh, yeah, he is. I've been keeping him updated.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
For sure. So that's it for me.
All right. How's your week, Eric?
Good. Had a really good week. Got hitched on Saturday.
Got hitched.
Woo. Yeah. Yeah, I had a freaking blast. I got way more drunk than I have been in a long time. But I mean, the wedding was really fun. Food was great. Everything went really well. We had a little scare with our officiant the night before because he showed up late to the rehearsal, which was annoying. But I guess he had a good reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, day of, everything went really well. Looking forward to getting the pictures back. We got some good ones we think we'll be able to use for our website.
Yep.
trying to think. There was things I specifically wanted to talk about, and I don't remember what they are now. I don't know, but I don't know. I just had a really good time.
Yeah,
and
it
I'm
was
happy
a good time.
Yeah, it
with
was
the
a
way
lot of
everything
fun.
turned out. Yeah. We went out afterwards to a couple of bars, which was a really good time as well. And your dad actually, I think, is the one that set me over the edge with drinking, because he bought me tequila shots, which I hate.
Mhm.
And I told him, I go, if it was anyone but you, I would have turned this shot down. But I was like, I gotta fucking do it. I don't want to look like a big pussy.
Hey, I turned it down and looked like a big pussy.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Well, Dad expects that from us.
I got one whiff and I'm like, if I drink that, it's coming right back up.
Yeah, so I was doing that. My cousins were getting me Jack Daniels, champagne, beer, you name it.
Mixing
It was
everything, too.
going down easy that night.
Yeah.
And same with the wife. I mean, she's not a big drinker either, and she was drinking and drinking and drinking. Her sisters were partying, and next morning, I think we probably went to bed at like 2.
At least she was drinking with you and wasn't pissed off at you
Right.
for being drunk on your
Well,
wedding night.
I would have
stopped if she had-
monitored that.
Gotcha.
If I felt like it was necessary.
Good.
No, she was a great sport.
Nice.
So we went to bed around 2:00. I'd be happy to let everybody know everything functioned that evening. I was very worried. Very worried.
Yeah.
And shocked that it worked, to say the least.
Nice.
Wait,
'Cause
what
we
are you talking about?
Oh, my penis. We got back to the hotel room, and a wedding dress is hard to get out of. Well, I, of course, was no use. So I I'm stripped down, my shirt, I think my underwear, and I'm laying on the bed, just going in and out of consciousness. And I'm-
Like swimming.
Yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, there's no fucking way. Just no way.
Yeah.
But I persevered.
Well
God damn
done.
it.
Well done.
You know what? So that was fun.
I'm proud of you, Eric.
Thanks, guys. I just wanted to share that.
Nice.
But yeah, it was great. I know 2 of our listeners, Valerie and Ryan, are getting married. I hope that their nuptials go as well as ours did.
Yeah.
Really good times. The only thing that was nerve-wracking was doing our own vows. Because if you're going to do that, you may as well be pretty honest.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was.
Yeah.
It was nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But it was good.
It was good. It was good.
They were excellent vows.
They
Thanks.
really were, yeah.
Both of you guys. What was your favorite horse dover?
Horsed over.
Hors d'oeuvre.
Oh. That's the shitty thing, though, is that, everything's going on. You don't really get to eat much.
Yeah.
You pay for all this food for everybody, but you don't really get any. But the wedding organizer girl, she actually saved a plate of hors d'oeuvres for us.
Nice.
So I think I liked the shrimp the best, the bacon wrapped shrimp.
I liked the Swedish meatballs.
Oh, you're the only one that I liked them too, but everybody in Christy's family was like, they weren't that great.
What? I thought they were delicious.
I
Yeah.
love Swedish meatballs. I didn't have any, but
Yeah. Did anybody have the fondue?
No.
There was fondue.
That I don't know. It's a mystery.
It was there.
Oh, okay, it was there. Okay.
Where?
My mom mentioned it. She's like, "Did you have any fondue?" And I said, "No." And I did have pretzels. Was the pretzels for the fondue?
Must be, because I saw a picture of you with a pretzel, and that's the only reason I remembered that we got a fondue thing.
I must have missed it.
I
I
didn't
think,
see it.
now that you mention it, maybe it was, I think I did see it, and it might have been one of those things where it was so pretty.
I didn't even see it
Yeah.
because we're taking pictures and whatnot.
Yeah.
Where was it?
It's in the little green, what was it called? The green room?
Yeah,
opposite from the moose head.
Yeah, right by the pretzels.
other side of the hallway.
I don't even know where the pretzels were.
Maybe you never went to that side.
I didn't step foot in that room.
Apparently, I didn't either.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I thought the food was really good. But the bacon wrapped shrimp was good shit.
I like the penne alla vodka.
Did you like that,
That
one
was
best?
really good.
Yeah. Now
Really good.
you can thank my cousin Jared for that not having prosciutto in it like it was supposed to.
Oh, that's right. Because
I had to make a vegetarian option.
What about mashed potatoes?
Potato dish.
I wasn't just gonna feed him a mashed potatoes.
I would have.
Is he Irish?
Scottish.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So the potato thing
Scottish.
doesn't work then.
yeah. It's not nearly cool enough to be Irish.
Us Irish love our potatoes.
Yeah, no, food was really good. Everything turned out really well.
Yep.
So. Good times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Special thanks to Bill Murtha for returning my tux.
Mine too. Let me tell you something, Corey. Oh, I didn't even talk about this. So I got sidetracked talking about my penis. So anyway, we went to bed at about 2, I think it was, and I woke up at 6 o'clock with just the worst headache of all time. And I said, fuck this, I'm going to make myself throw up. So I made myself throw up. Still was feeling pretty shitty. Tried to go back to sleep, and then my wife gets up, and she's throwing up. So the two of us are just heaving it. And we were supposed to check out of the hotel by 11, and we waited till the last possible minute just to get our shit together. And, of course, I left my clothes that I planned on changing into in Will's car, so I had to walk back downstairs in my tux again. So we get back to my house, get back in bed, and Will told me that your dad was going to be swinging over. And I had my tux all packed up, and I was going to take it over later, but he came to pick up Will's stuff, and he saw it there, and he's like, if you want me to take yours back? And it was the best news I could have ever heard. I was like, thank you so much.
Nice.
And then we stayed in bed till 3 p.m. Didn't even watch the Super Bowl. So
Didn't miss much.
No. Yeah, I'm not upset about not watching it, but rough day after.
As somebody who doesn't even drink, I was pretty wiped from the wedding. So I can't imagine like having drank and it being like your wedding and stuff like that, because I didn't want to do a single thing on Sunday.
Oh, I was so drained. I wish I had taken Monday off of work too. But everybody saw me at work and they're like, why aren't you on your honeymoon? And I'm like, you guys all fucking know that she is in college.
Yeah.
Would you shut up? Like, I go, if I had taken the day off, I'd be sitting at home by myself.
Yeah.
Like, which didn't sound terrible.
Right.
But got to get that money.
Yeah.
So
Get that money.
I wish I had taken that off. I still don't feel like I'm completely recovered. Just out of it.
Yeah.
I just get
Go ahead.
I get the blues. You know, you look forward to a weekend and then you have a great time and then you have to go back to reality, and I just get bummed for like 3 days.
There's been a couple things like that. When your folks went out of town for that week and we played EverQuest for that week,
Yeah.
I had the blues so bad after that. I was like, oh,
What do I do?
life sucks now. But yeah, it's the same kind of thing with the wedding. Like, we've been planning it and shit, especially her. Obviously, she planned more than I did and did more for it. And, she's busy as it is. But now, we're sitting there Sunday and she goes, well, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Wedding's over.
Retire.
Yeah. I don't need to talk to each other anymore. Like, it's nothing to talk about.
We've proven ourselves to each other.
Yeah.
Now we're done.
So, no, but that's a good point. Well, I mean, yeah. I don't know.
Word. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Will, how about you? What'd you do this week?
Honestly, nothing. As you guys said, like having a fun weekend and coming back to the real world sucks. So I'm just back at school doing schoolwork and trying to play some video games. That's about it, though. Did I talk about my food poisoning last week?
No.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, did he?
did.
Oh, that's right. Because that was before. You were finishing up that as we were recording.
Yeah, because last week's episode I recorded just laying in bed, sprawled out, because I was so sick all day. But I'm good now. Taco Bell will not be eaten by me for, I don't know when I'll eat it again, because I'm also cutting weight. So I won't touch fast food for a very long time.
Are you sure it was food poisoning? Because my girlfriend went down with 24-hour stomach bug.
I mean, I threw up at least 18 times in a short period of time. It had to have been, and I felt 100% fine on Friday.
And ate normal and stuff.
Yeah, like I ate pizza and wings Friday. Like, I don't know. How is Sophie feeling? I saw she was sick.
It's good today. She took all of yesterday off.
I don't know. Maybe she got food poisoning too from Taco Bell. Wendy's. It was the Wendy's.
Could have been.
I didn't get food poisoning from my Wendy's.
You know, I was the number one Wendy's. I really wanted to go to Wendy's the night of your wedding when we were going home.
Mm-hmm.
And I fell asleep, and nobody got me anything when we went through the drive-thru.
Okay, you were passed out. You were passed out in the back seat for like a minute, waiting for the car in front of us. We're like, Corey,
Yeah,
what do you?
the thing is though, is you guys like you're not my friends. It's like my girlfriend who I've been with for a very long time, and my brother. Even one of them could get me some nuggets or something.
Just say, Corey, you were pretty drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the guy some food.
Yeah.
Actually, I gave you a gift in the car that you ended up blowing.
Yeah. I don't need gifts.
No, I'm not getting it. You're gonna get you Wendy's when I set you up perfectly for you to blow the comment that you made.
Explain this to me again, because
What happened?
I didn't get it when you guys told me the first time.
Okay, so I was sitting in the car, and you know how Corey and Sophie are, Dan and Eric, right? Like,
Yeah.
Corey's a Mirtha,
Yeah.
and he's obnoxious, and we all are. He was doing that and drunk, and Sophie was like bickering back with him, like funny, it's entertainment. And I was like, after what he said about you, Sophie, and she's like, what did he say? I'm like, oh, he was talking about how much he loves you while we're getting ready. And she was like, how did that come up? So I went out with this long thing about how Eric was talking about how he loves Christy, how Dan loves Val, then Corey chimed in and spoke glowingly of you. Corey in the back seat goes, no, she's an effing monster.
Well, now I see why you didn't get any Wendy's, Corey.
Because she was like, that's the nicest thing. And then Corey said that. And then she's like,
He's an effing monster.
and you're like, you blew the nicest thing your brother has said about you.
Oh, boy. Well, what are you going to do?
So that's why I didn't get him anything.
That's funny.
Just keeping it real.
The last 2 times you've been in town drinking here, you really nailed it in the car at the drive-thru.
What happened the last time?
We're not even going to get into it. I was just wondering if you remembered.
I don't.
We'd best not. We should move on.
Where were we? What were we doing?
I think we were at Taco Bell.
Oh, was that after the thummies?
Yeah. Yeah, it was after the thummies. She was just saying how smooth you can be when you're, trying to get her in the mood.
Oh.
Some of the really cool things you say to her.
Oh, man.
Excuse me.
I'm going to die alone.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
That's why I wear the wristband, guys.
Remember, keep your mouth shut.
Sometimes you just don't talk.
Okay. Anything else, Will?
Ron, no.
All right. Corey, what do you got?
I don't know if you heard the big news today, Dan. The outer space news.
No.
We detected gravitational waves.
Oh, I did hear that.
Which is a big deal because it's something that Einstein predicted gravitational waves as part of general relativity. And for the first time, we were able to infer it in the past, but for the first time, we were able to detect gravitational waves from the collision of 2 black holes more than 1 billion light years away.
Nice.
Isn't that something?
That's
cool.
insane.
So that Einstein, was that like 100 years ago, maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
I'll go.
He was pretty smart, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Pretty smart guy.
Patent office. He worked in the patent office.
But the big takeaway from that is it's a lot of people are calling it like a new age of astrophysics because the thing about a black hole is that it's only 90 kilometers across. So we were detecting something that happened between collision between two 90-kilometer objects that are more than 1 billion light years away. Is kind of mind blowing.
Yeah. What did they pick it up on? Do you know?
It's called the LIGO, and there's 2 of them. There's one's in Washington, I think, and one's in Tennessee. But they're these long, like concrete tunnels. Like I think they're like 2 miles long, and they form an L. And shot through that concrete, there's a laser, and the laser can pick up, or the gravitational waves affect the laser in very, very tiny little ways.
Yeah.
But enough that we could detect it. I guess that complex was built a long time ago, but they thought it wouldn't be powerful enough to detect anything until they made some upgrades in the last decade or so, and that was the first finding.
Does it prove aliens at all?
No.
No.
No. Wait till they send the probe to Europa. We'll find something there.
Once we probe Uranus, we'll find the aliens.
Perfect.
Where they've been hiding.
I don't know. I was they did the thing where they hint that there's going to be some huge sciencey news yesterday. So I was following the Reddits and stuff, and that was the news. So
Yeah.
a lot of people that are way smarter than I explained it like I was 5, so I could comprehend it. But
Always appreciated.
oh yeah,
Yep.
Too.
yeah. That's it. I mean, Eric's wedding, and then 3 days of depression, and coming around today.
Yeah.
Coming around to reality.
Yeah. XCOM didn't help. Pissed me off even more.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not really a game that will bring you out of a funk. It'll put you in a funk.
You needed like a Disney Infinity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure that out because I don't know. Fuck The Witness.
Yeah.
Fuck XCOM 2. I've been dropping a lot of F-bombs.
That's fine.
Yeah, you are.
I said to Will, Dan, I think was it last episode was the only one we've had where there was no cursing. We could have removed the explicit tag.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even I didn't say anything?
I don't think so.
Because on occasion I will.
Yeah, I wasn't here.
Nice.
Yep, that's been my week.
Anything else, Corey? Oh, no. Just said that's it. Me, I got a couple things. I'm still not recovered.
Still under the weather.
Tuesday was the first day I started to like kind of feel better. Like my ears are finally starting to clear out a little bit. So like throughout this entire illness, like I've been not playing that many games because like my enjoyment is hampered by especially my hearing specifically. But I think I'm finally starting to come out of it, luckily. But it's weird because the entire time, like I had very little appetite, but the only thing I would be able to eat is pizza. That's the only thing that appealed to me. So for like 10 days, the only thing I would eat was pizza at supper time. Like I didn't have.
Sounds like a dream.
It was kind of weird because I couldn't drink coffee in the morning for like 2 weeks because just nothing appealed to me. I would just drink water all day until supper, when I would have pizza for supper. But along the lines of pizza, I was compelled to get the Little Caesars bacon wrapped pizza that I think just came back. At night, my kids listen to like piano music in their bedroom. That helps them sleep. It also like damn dog won't shut up. It helps filter out noise from like the living room too, from like the TV or whatever. Me and the wife, when we get ready for bed or getting the dog ready for bed, it helps stifle that noise a little bit too. And they listen to Pandora. And when I paused the thing on the pause the iPad, it had the like logo of Little Caesars with a bacon wrap pizza on it,
then
and
you were
I'm
done.
just like, oh my god, I have to have that. So we had it for dinner tonight, and boy is that delightful.
Oh,
Yeah?
really?
Oh yeah, it's really good.
How much is that?
It's $12. It's a lot, but it's a lot of pizza. Like I put down 2 pieces of that, and then one we got a regular pepperoni too and some crazy bread. So I was able to put down 2 bacon wrap pieces. There's 8 in the box. It's like a rectangle, and then 1 regular piece and a couple pieces of crazy bread. But
I was just gonna ask if Dame drops.
Dame, he did. He absolutely did. One night I couldn't sleep, so I watched like a ton of Dame Drops
Yep.
videos. They're so good.
He's great.
Oh, and the food that he eats, like he was. I watched one with Five Guys Burgers and Fries burger, and like he was so enamored with the cheese that was melted on the wrapper because it was like real cheese. It
Yeah.
wasn't like McDonald's
Yeah.
melted cheese, and it just made me want all the food. I love his videos, but. Yeah, actually, I watched the bacon wrap pizza video of his like last fall sometime, and I really wanted it, but it wasn't available. So I said,
I think
Soon-
I watched it too.
as soon as it comes back, I'm getting one. And sure enough, it's back now.
back.
Yeah, but Little Caesars is like, I don't know, something about it.
I don't like Little Caesars all that much.
It's not great, but like the cost, like $6.
Wow. The $5
And
hot and ready,
just being able to walk in and grab it, like
and the dips.
it's genius.
I love that they have the flavor dips.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's a good service, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it's convenient.
Yep.
No
Yep.
food poisoning there.
I've never gotten food poisoning from Little Caesars.
Beardless says he ate that pizza and felt his body dying with every bite, and he loved it.
Yeah. Oh, it's so greasy and bacon.
Well, while we're on the topic of food,
Yeah, I was
um,
gonna ask you about that.
I tried the Taco Bell. What is it called?
Oh, mystery thing.
Quesalupa.
Quesalupa. That's what it is.
Is it?
I had that today.
Mm-hmm.
How was it?
It was good. I really liked it. It's a different variation on a taco. 'Cause it basically is a taco,
Right.
but I guess the shell is supposed to have like cheese in it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice a lot of cheese, which
Okay.
was a little disappointing.
Yeah. Well, when they had the commercial, they broke it and like pulled it, and there's this string of cheese.
I didn't see none of that shit going
Gotcha.
on at all.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, which was disappointing.
Yeah.
But as a whole, the shell is better than a regular taco shell.
Gotcha.
I like
So
how
I d-
they're digging into more of the obscure Mexican cuisines.
Are they?
Is that?
Like
I
the
thought that.
quesalupa?
I thought that was invented.
It is.
Okay.
I was joking.
What? The obscure quesalupa.
The obscure Dorito Loco Taco.
Yeah. Doritos Locos.
Only eaten in very remote
Yeah,
locations in
remote parts.
Mexico.
Oh god. No, but it was good. I would recommend a try for that one.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get one of those.
Good stuff.
Okay. Do we want to take a break or do we want to get right into what we played?
I got a tinkle.
All right. Well, we'll take a quick break then and be right back with what we played in just a minute.
Yeah, now that I'm all hungry.
Yeah, right? Fuck.
I'm gonna go up and eat some more pizza when we're done.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I gotta grab some
Want
food.
to have a brewski?
None of this is cold.
I've been eating like a son of a bitch. Like
There's
just
also-
everything I've been eating. I'm getting
There's
fat.
Coors over there that's probably cold just from being down here. One of those.
Here's the other thing. I don't know if I even like any of this beer.
Yeah, there's Coors over there. if
It's
you wonder.
all IPA, which I hate.
Mhm.
And then I got porter because I know you
Oh
like dark
yeah,
beer.
I'll take a porter.
Hold on, there's a Miller Lite in there. I'll have
Yes.
that.
Ooh.
There you go, sir.
Yes. At your rehearsal, someone was telling me about this, but I didn't want to dig. I think it was Tyler.
Which one?
The porter,
Oh,
the Southern Tier porter.
I had. What was the first one I had?
There was Dortmunder,
I
I
had
think
that.
that's the first one I had.
my favorite.
That's good.
There was that one. There was
I drank the double IPA after that.
Double Dog IPA.
Oof, got me drunk.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
did the trick.
Yep, 2 beer
What's that?
queer.
Oh, volume on that.
11.5.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I'll do it.
that's pretty good.
Steady beer.
What's this one?
Oh, Buffalo's taking it right in the pooper again.
Oh, they got whipped by Florida.
They're down 5-1 against Philly.
Mm. Whoa.
Yeah.
I put Henrik Lundqvist in my daily fantasy yesterday, which was a bold pick because they were playing the Penguins, but I had a feeling, and he got the shutout. But the rest of my team did nothing, so I didn't win any money.
Make that 6-1.
Ugh.
Robin Lehner, man. Yuck.
Not doing good?
No. I can't get anything out of my goalies. Nothing.
Me and Corey each had a shutout this week.
I'm playing your mom.
Big matchup, Dan.
I know we do.
Can't get anything going out of these goalies.
Ellen. Always winning.
I'm going maintenance at 10 Pacific tonight.
It would be nice, Dan, to beat you and get ahead of you a little bit here. It's a tight race. I mean, Corks is the only one that's...
Or let's see. Well, I think I'm in fourth. I am in fourth now.
You're in fourth by 3 points. But you're also 1 point away from being in second.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's that close, huh?
Yeah.
Other than Corks.
217, 217, 216, 213, 213. Me and Eric have 213.
Wow. I'm just glad I'm in the thick of it because for the first probably 2 months, I was last or close to last.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the only person that's out of it is Matt and who's the con man? Chris, who hasn't been setting his roster.
Kick him out.
Yeah, 2 years in a row. Gonna have to find a replacement.
he never paid me either for winning last year. In the Barry. Which, by the way, Corey, we gotta PayPal you.
I already PayPal'd you, didn't I?
I think so.
I think I did before it started.
I'll tell you just a second.
I'm pretty sure most people
My
did.
beard hurts. Paid $10. Yep.
All right.
I paid. Will paid. Slava Lake Warriors. Who's that?
Pops, I think.
Drew and Dropouts paid. Mom paid 20. Oh, 10 must have been for Allison.
Or me. It was me, I think.
No, you paid.
The only people who haven't paid are Corks, Lupica,
Me,
Dan, Val, and Chris.
Well, what the hell are you eating?
Dame drops.
Granola. Eric,
What?
Chris wanted to know if you have his bass guitar.
Not anymore.
Probably at my mom's.
Because he asked me about it today.
I was hoping he forgot.
How long have you had that?
Years.
Yeah. There's a statute of limitations on that stuff.
Yeah, squatters' rights. Sorry.
Yeah.
Taking it. It's going to Virginia. You can pick it up there.
Just, Eric, tell him it's in the same place our Smash Bros. Copy is.
When's your mom's moving down there with you, right? Was she going down when?
No.
Okay.
No.
Like.
So what would you like me to tell him?
Spot.
Okay.
I'm sure it's at my mom's house.
Okay.
Unless she got rid of it.
No, she didn't. I told her not to.
Hey, unless she got rid of it.
But you know what? Ma got rid of it. Corey, I told her to bring the fucking keyboard.
Yeah.
I get so mad. I'm like, Mom, can you bring the keyboard for Corey? Make sure you get the power supply. I said, please call me and tell me if you cannot find the power supply. I didn't hear anything. Brings it. I go, did you bring the keyboard? Yep. Did you bring the power supply? Oh, I couldn't find one. I go, well, you can use it. I'm not going to give it to him without a power cord. God damn it.
Oh boy, that's all right. I might have an adapter that would AC adapter that would fit it.
It's probably there. I just need to get out there.
No, don't stress about it.
No, I need to get out there anyway.
Yeah. Boy, I'm getting all sorts of presents from Eric.
Yeah. What else do you want?
That TV, right? You're getting rid of that.
Oh,
new
the
one.
old 37-incher.
No, the other one.
The 58-incher.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful TV.
You like it?
Yeah.
It's nice. You know what I like about having the smart TV too? I didn't think I'd care about it because I have the consoles, but
Yeah.
I like that I don't have to turn my consoles on
Yeah.
because they get warm in there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I worry about them.
Yep.
That PS4 runs hot in that
Yeah.
little cubby.
Yeah. So you just turn the TV on.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I never thought that was something I would use very much
Yeah.
either, but I do like the smart TV stuff.
Yeah. Did you see the rumor about PlayStation VR being $300?
No, that would be amazing.
I'd get it if it was $300.
Yeah.
No more though.
Right.
Maybe $350.
Huh. Yeah, that's a steal.
Sex.
Where's Will? I thought he was back.
No, he didn't come back.
So we're recording, right?
No.
We're streaming.
Streaming,
That's
right.
fine. So Tyler, you know, he's been with his girlfriend for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
She's virgin.
Oh,
she
yeah.
is. And he had told me that he was gonna maybe make a move night of the wedding.
Yeah.
Because they had a hotel room, whatever. So I told him, you know, we were texting back and forth. I was telling him, I was like, oh my God, I was a fucking mess. But I told him, I was like, you'd be happy to know. I overcame
Yeah.
whiskey dick. I overcame it and was able to perform. And he goes, well, that makes one of us.
Aww.
Oh,
The poor
man.
girl.
Yeah.
Too much pressure.
First time.
Yeah.
Poor girl.
I can't. Tyler was probably all in his head.
Oh, you know it. Well, and he was drunk. But
Yeah.
yeah, the two
What happened?
mix. Oh, so I was texting Tyler the day after the wedding, and his girlfriend is a virgin. And he had told me, you know, he was going to try and maybe make a move night of the wedding.
I thought he might, just because that's the best opportunity.
Right. So I was texting him the next day, telling him how drunk I was, but I said, you know, I was able to overcome the whiskey dick. And he texted me back, and he's like, well, that makes one of us.
Oh no,
Yep.
poor girl,
Uh,
poor Tyler.
first of all, her first time is with Tyler. And second of all, her first time with Tyler just wouldn't work.
Didn't go so well.
Poor girl.
I'm gonna eat this oatmeal in the name of Tyler.
Yeah, he needs it.
We ready?
Yeah.
All right.
What are we doing? What we played?
What we played.
Oh, Dan, I sent you feedback.
Mhm.
There's another one. I'm just going to read from the Facebook Messenger app because sifting through the Facebook is
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
unbearable.
It's brutal. I agree. Okay. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 238 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. We are now in what we played. Who wants to get us started?
I'll go.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Well, Dan, let's talk about Firewatch.
Let's talk about Firewatch.
What about
You-
Will?
You played it too.
Yeah, I beat it.
Oh, so did Dan.
I beat it too.
I'm about halfway.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Why don't you guys start off then?
Okay, so the basic gist of Firewatch is you get dropped into I guess hike into the middle of the wilderness in Wyoming, I believe it is, right?
Yeah.
And your job as the player is to watch for wildfires, forest fires, and stuff. And it's a very isolating job. A lot of times, I guess you go for weeks without seeing anyone. And your only contact as your character, whose name is Henry, is the person in the next tower over, who is far enough away that you won't come across her, and her name's Delilah. So the entire game is you exploring or doing whatever, and your only contact is this voice on the other line on your walkie-talkie named Delilah. So
I really liked the opening part too.
The opening part was
too.
very, very well done. Very sad.
Yeah.
Very sad. It's a text of like, or
Your character's
written
past.
words. It's Henry's like kind of backstory and how he
Yeah.
meets his girlfriend then wife and what happens to her. I won't spoil any of that stuff, but it kind of sets up for the events for the reason why Henry wants to go and be out in the wilderness, kind of all by himself. It's got a very, very, very nice looking art style. It's a gorgeous game. It's a little bit like kind of cell shaded.
I like the way
cartoony.
it looks. I don't love the way it looks.
Okay, I really like the art style.
It's one of my favorite looking games.
See, I think Unravel looks way better. I thought that I'd like the way Firewatch looked more than I actually do. But I think part of that too is that it runs like shit on PS4.
Yeah.
It's
I've
so
had very
choppy.
limited issues.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it stutters every now and again, but not like to the point of it being
Oh my God, I
too
think
annoying.
it's constant. And that stuff never bothers me.
Yeah.
And it has really bothered me in Firewatch.
Yeah.
But I guess it's not. And those issues are only on PS4.
Yeah.
From what I understand. It's
I
not,
didn't. I would have like maybe every half an hour I would have it like lock up for maybe half a second and then it would continue on. But otherwise it was smooth performance wise.
Yeah, it runs pretty choppy for me. But I do like it.
Yeah.
From what I've played of it, it's another one of those like Gone Home
Yeah.
kind of adventure-y games where you are out there discovering stuff. But the only one of those that I've played is Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, and I hated that game.
Right.
This is a lot better.
Yeah. One of the things I like about it, I really like, I mean, I think the voice acting is excellent for one thing, but one of the cool things about it is, Henry will be walking around with his walkie-talkie and like he'll see something in the environment and he'll be like, oh, hey, Delilah, this is a really nice
Beer
thing.
cans.
Yeah, and she, the whole back and forth between Delilah and Henry is really, really entertaining and really well done. I'm not gonna spoil any of the story, but it was really good. I really like.
Did you like the ending? Because I saw some reviews that did not.
Yeah, I liked it. I could see why people wouldn't like it. Without spoiling it, like it's kind of a sad ending, I guess. So I could see why people wouldn't like it because of that. But yeah, I thought it was really good. Go ahead, Will.
I mean, I thought, because I really liked this game, I thought the payoff at the end wasn't that great, but I thought the last sequence of the game was really well done, and it left kind of a sad tone. It made me feel just so bad and guilty about like everything.
Yeah.
So,
which I think it was kind of going for.
Yeah, I don't know how different everything plays out with how you set up the start of the game.
I don't think it does.
Okay.
I don't think it does. From what I've heard it ends the same, like no matter what.
Okay, so the narrative is fairly the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I would like to see more maybe having Delilah and Henry come back like next summer and do something else. Like I would like to see more stuff involved in the game. There's really not any reason to go back and play it after you've already beaten it, I don't think.
This is the kind of game that I want to play nowadays.
Yeah.
It's not long.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about killing anything.
Yep.
I don't have to worry about getting killed by anything.
Yeah.
Puzzles.
I can just play what's there.
Mm-hmm.
There's no line puzzles.
Yep.
No puzzles. Yeah.
There's like a cache every like so often, and I know the code for it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't search for a code to unlock anything. I'm just like, all right, this is what I need right now.
It's definitely a good like relaxing game. Like it was the perfect I don't know, antithesis for me to XCOM 2, which was so stressful and so aggravating. It was nice to play Firewatch where I just sit back and relax and enjoy the banter between Delilah and Henry and the scenery and stuff. And it was definitely a good compliment to XCOM 2 for me.
Dan.
Yes.
Dan, did you beat this in one sitting?
Yes.
Okay, I did too.
I did. I was because I was talking to last night when I was talking to Corey about XCOM. I was like, no, go ahead and play. I could play Rise of the Tomb Raider. I could play Firewatch. It was early enough in the night where I knew I could play all of Firewatch because I knew it was about 4 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just played it while Corey was playing XCOM.
Yeah, I started at like 7:30 or 8 and just sat down and played through it until I beat it, and it was like 12:30 when I finished it.
Yeah, it's about 4 hours.
I feel like this is more of a game than Gone Home, and everybody's gone to the Rapture too.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's gone to the Rapture.
There's-
Wasn't a game.
There's more stuff you can interact with, which I think is important.
Well, yeah, that was my main complaint. And everybody's gone to the Rapture.
Yeah.
You couldn't interact with anything,
Yeah,
and
because
you could walk so damn slow.
Yeah, there is a jog button on Firewatch, which is nice.
Well, there's supposedly one, and everybody's gone to the Rapture.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like I tasked myself with like picking up all the beer cans.
Oh, yeah,
for
and
littering
cleaning
and
up,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Clean up my park.
yeah.
It's just like the
kids.
constant back and forth with Delilah and Henry is great because talk about everything the whole game, and like there's the different sort of gameplay elements, like you can climb up stuff and whatnot, and like interact with what's in the notes
Like-
and whatnot.
Light gameplay elements.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And there's the the extra stories there, like between Ron and Dave, yeah. Like there's that stuff. Like you could completely gloss over it if you want, but it's there, and it's interesting to read the back and forth between those two guys if you want to.
I don't know
Yeah.
if anybody listened to Giant Bomb, but they were talking about Firewatch, and I don't remember. It was either Giant Bomb or Giant Beast, but whoever it was that played it, he called the phone number that was on the missing persons report.
Oh, really?
Giant bomb.
Okay, yeah, he called it, and the recording was actually for whatever national park it said it was. Shoshone or whatever
Shoshone,
it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
He called
Shoshone,
it, and there
yeah.
was a recording for this national park.
That's awesome.
He left a message. He left a message asking if they had, I don't know if they had found any information about Ron or something,
That's
or
funny.
whatever it was.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, so I liked Firewatch. It was definitely an enjoyable experience for me.
Yeah, I liked what I played. I'm probably about halfway through it.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recommend it. It's definitely a nice change of pace from all of the other intense games that I play. But this is just like a relaxing, short narrative that I can just sit back and enjoy.
Yeah. Yep. And it's got a little more gameplay to it than your walking simulator.
Than your other walking simulators.
Simulator du
It's a
jour.
more enjoyable walking simulator.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Did you guys struggle with the like finding your way in the park? Because it's pretty expansive.
I haven't yet.
No.
Okay, I didn't either, and I was pretty surprised because when I first looked at the map, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get so lost all the time." But
Yeah.
I got the feel of it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's open world, but not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's confined open world.
Yeah.
I guess.
Which I like.
And the map, the map and you have a compass and a map that does a pretty good job of, telling you where you are and where you're headed and
Right.
stuff. So navigation's relatively easy.
Yeah.
So
And I love the bits of music that pop up.
yeah, you're always like, okay, what's going on now? Music, because otherwise it's just kind of quiet,
Yeah.
nature and birds and wind and stuff. So
Yeah.
With that slight bit of fear,
yeah. I had some times where I was like, oh God, what's gonna happen?
especially going around at night.
Yep. So
Yeah.
it was
Good
good.
stuff.
It was good.
Let's see. 2 weeks ago, I bought Boy and His Blob on PS4. This was a Nintendo game.
Yeah, it was a remake of the old Boy and His Blob for Nintendo or Super Nintendo back
Okay.
in the day.
I don't have too much to say about it other than it's really cool. I really enjoyed the time that I played with it, and I want to go back to it. It's kind of like a puzzle game where you have this blob. It's like an alien that he finds, and basically you feed it different color little jelly bean kind of things, and depending on which color you give it, it does different things. Like one of them, I think the red one makes him form like a hole, so you can drop down through like grass or whatever. The blue one makes him turn into like a parachute. Black one makes him turn into a ladder. So he's like a shape-shifting kind of alien, and you use him to manipulate your surroundings, and that's how you work your way through the levels. But it's really cool. The art's pretty neat and everything like that. So I'd recommend that one. I don't remember how much it was, probably like 10, $15 if I had to
Okay.
guess.
Yeah, I think did that come out on Wii a couple years ago? Is that where it came from?
I think so. I think it did.
Okay.
Yeah. Will, do you want to talk about Unravel?
Yeah, let's do it.
How much of that did you play?
I'm in the middle of like the very first
Thistle and Weeds.
Thistle and Weeds. Yeah.
That's the first area. Okay. I beat the first area. I'm in the second area, which is something to do with the sea. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, it's something to do with the sea. I really like Unravel a lot.
I
think
too.
it's a really cool game. I don't know if I've ever played a game that looks the way that does. The art it's so cool looking.
I can't wait to play that.
Oh man, it just looks so good. And I had heard some complaints about it. I don't know why it's not getting better scores. Like, some people said the platforming isn't that great, which, I mean, it can be a little touchy here and there, but, like, you just got to get used to all the different controls because there's different things you can do. Your character's made of yarny, and you use his yarn to, like, form, what's it called? You can make it into, like, a rope that you can climb up and down, or
Make a bridge.
a bridge. You can make a bridge to like push stuff across or like slingshot yourself.
Like
Cat's
a pendulum.
cradle.
A lasso. Yeah, a pendulum. You can make a pendulum with it to swing across gaps. Stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's a really cool game. And it's got some sort of story going on. I'm not exactly sure. But it's built around like family memories. And like, I don't know if it's like vacations they went on together or what. But like, you build the story in this picture book from what I can gather. So like before I started the game in the book, all the pages were blank, but after I beat the first level, like it filled in some pictures of the kids and like, you know, whatever else was going on, some of the surrounding area that they were in. But I really like it. When you think of charming, Unravel is a charming game.
Nice.
It's the dictionary definition.
It is. It really is. Like I can't believe how cool it looks. It's just such a good looking game.
I can't wait to play
It's
it.
a very relaxing game too.
Nice.
Like it's a little bit puzzly, but not really. Like you can figure stuff out pretty easily. It can be a little frustrating at times because you don't necessarily always know where you're supposed to go. But you basically just need to look for some red yarn and go that way. But
Because you can run out of yarn.
yeah, you'll be going along and you know the next spot you need to get to, but you can't go any further. And he'll like grab his yarn and like kind of tug at it, saying I can't go any further.
Right.
Which pretty much
sad.
means
It's like a
you
metaphor on life, man.
No, it is. That's exactly what it is. But it's like that either means you went over something you weren't supposed to, or there is a new batch of yarn, because you'll find batches of yarn throughout the level. And when you find one, that's like a save point or a checkpoint. So if you die, you start there. But it also like gives him new yarn to use, extends his yarn. So
Nice.
yeah, it's a really cool game. I like it a lot.
Yeah. That's one I wish I could play right now. you
Yeah.
know?
Good stuff. And my last one that I played was Rocket League. And the reason we can talk about that again is because the new update came out.
Yeah. Season 2.
Yeah, Season 2 came out, and Rocket Labs. So Rocket Labs, it's basically, I don't know, my understanding of it is it's like different maps or courses that they're kind of testing, but they're letting you play on them, I guess, to kind
Like
of get
a public
feedback.
test server kind of thing.
Yeah. They're all like kind of futuristic looking. So I played on 2 of them. My favorite is easily Underpass, it's called. And I think it's called Underpass. It's like, so you've got your main middle section that's flat, like always, but on the right wall and left wall, they're raised. So the ball can go up there, and you have to like fly up onto the raised levels to hit the ball back down.
Like a ledge?
Yeah, it's like a ledge. And also like above the goal, it looks like a highway. So like you can go along the ledge and drive up behind the goal and back down on like a road. It looks just like a road. But I scored 2 awesome goals like off of these ledges. It's really, really cool. I hope that they put that like into the game, into the competitive stuff, because they added the Chaos map that was in the what's the movie?
Mad Max.
Mad Max, from the Mad Max pack. They added that to competitive play with this update. So I'm hoping that they do put that one in too, because it's really neat. You can do some really cool stuff. And the goals I scored were, I was just testing it out and playing with computer players this evening before I came over. So looking forward to playing that with some other people.
Nice.
I got my rank. I don't really understand how it works.
Yeah.
Tito emailed us with his rank.
Okay. I know we talked about it, but I don't remember what the gist of the new ranking system was.
Yeah,
I know we talked about it when they announced what it was going to be, but I think
it said Elite Challenger, but I have no like concept
reference
of what
to
that means.
Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's so good. My ping seemed to be better tonight too. So I don't know if they did some fine tuning with the servers or
hopefully
or whatnot. I unlocked a couple of new stuff, like the Dead Mouse toppers, which I don't really give a shit about, but I did unlock what's the ninja star called?
Shuriken.
I unlocked one of those, so that's my new topper for my car. That's one of the uncommon items. So
cool.
I don't know how common it is, but I was like, fuck, I might as well use it.
Yeah.
But god damn it, what a great game.
Yeah.
Cannot wait to play it on Xbox.
We played a little before your wedding, and man, was I hot garbage. Hot Rocket League garbage. I did not play well.
Yeah.
But it's been a while.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Good stuff. That's all I played.
Okay. Do you guys want to talk about The Witness?
I'm done with The Witness.
I'm over it.
Yep.
I'll talk about it, though, because I got to... Last podcast, I mentioned how I lit at least 7 beacons and was able to progress to the end game. The last batch of puzzles before I saw the ending. And I did the first couple that were pretty difficult, and I had spent a lot of time on it, and I asked myself, how much more time do I really want to spend on these puzzles? So I broke my rule and looked up. I just wanted to see how many more puzzles there were till the end. There was quite a few. So I was just like, I don't really care enough to do this. I was sick of doing line puzzles. I had no interest in what the mystery of The Witness was. I stopped caring 100%. So I was just like, screw it. I'll just watch the ending. I don't care if I get a beaten game out of it. I'll just watch the ending. I'm over it. So I did. So I know what happens.
Was there a payoff or
no? Nope. I really don't think so. And there's
I think so?
Huh?
Would I think so?
No. I don't think so. I really don't think you would. And there's a secret ending, which if you do everything, you get to see. That was interesting, but
not worth the effort.
Not worth. No. I'll tell you what. Watch it on YouTube. You get the same effect.
All right.
I'm going to. There's not a fucking chance in hell I'm going to beat that game.
You're not going to spend all that time to beat the game and get something like more gratifying out of it than if you just watched the stupid video on YouTube and said, "Oh, pretty cool."
Huh.
But there is an Easter egg in the game. I'm just going to say it because I don't care about that game anymore. Remember how we said, how cool would it be if you could beat the game if you just saw the right thing at the very beginning?
Yeah.
It's there.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Is it really?
Yeah.
I do love that sort of thing. That's great.
That's game of the year.
It's not doing that isn't the same ending that you would get if you beat it
Right.
by doing the beacons, but you get credits and it's the end of the game.
So potentially I could just go do this and
I was thinking about that. I'm like, well, I put all this time into it. I don't want to do the very ending. I'll just start over, play through the first 10 minutes till I get to the point where I can beat it that way.
I'd accept that.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning, you say.
Yeah.
Is it obvious?
No. I don't think I ever would have. If somebody told me it was there, and maybe I would have figured it out if I knew.
Is it in like a room?
No, I think you have to get outside. So once you get outside, it's like, first 5 minutes of the game.
Wow.
really.
Yeah.
But it's not
Yeah,
like
literally.
there's not a door.
No.
Because I remember there was a door at the beginning to the left.
No, I don't think that
I
has
kind of
anything to
wondered
do
what
with
the
it.
fuck was going on. There's like a little podium there. Shows you a design.
You want me to just tell you?
It's fine with me. I don't know if we want to do that.
Okay. I won't then.
I'm just
For
gonna do
listeners' sake, because I know Tito's playing.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Doops. Well, if he's that far into it, there'd be no point to...
Go back now.
Yeah, no,
Maybe that's there, though.
Yeah.
I just, like... I liked the puzzle aspect of it, but once they got to the point where I was staring at them for half an hour, my brain turned to mush.
Yep.
It's just, no thanks. And then they put weird twists on the puzzles at the end. You have to figure out exactly where to stand to solve it. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Right.
And, like, was it fair or not really? Do they point you in the direction of, like, all right, here's kind of what you need to do? Or are they just like, well, fuck around here till you figure it out?
That's how I felt. Like, there was nothing indicating to me where I needed to stand.
See, that I can't do. I don't like that.
Yeah. Unless I missed it. I don't know. I didn't see anything, though. I think it was just, well, keep trying until to find the exact spot you got to stand so you can solve it.
Well, Corey, I got thinking about the one area that you kind of helped with before the wedding.
Yeah.
With the birds.
Yeah.
I would have never thought to myself, oh, I wonder about these birds. Like, that. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
I would have fucking never thought of that.
Yeah.
How did you think of that?
Well, the birds didn't exist anywhere else, so
Yeah,
just
but
jumped out. The game kind of trains you to think like that, though. There were some other things I did before that you know, got me thinking like outside the box, for lack of a better term.
Corey, you should really try to go back and play the Talos Principle.
I think I will.
I swear up and down by that game.
Maybe that's what I'll play now. Because I just have, you know...
I know it gave you
XCOM
emotions, but...
Yeah. I'll have to work on that a little bit. I think what I need to do is turn the graphical quality down. I refuse to do that. But they say it really helps.
Yeah. Okay. That's it for the witness then, huh?
yeah, I'm done. Throwing in the towel.
Mm-hmm.
Enough's
Uninstall.
enough. Yeah, condense that game down into something a little more manageable, and it probably, you know, it would have been, in my opinion, a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just a
little,
bit much.
A little too much.
It's a bit much. It's more than a bit much.
Right. Okay.
I don't know. It could have been so good.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was there.
That first few
there.
hours, I was like, oh my, this game is amazing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm with
And
you.
then it's just so south.
What do you think the people that still love it, like, what do you think draws them into it?
They've got a lot of time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have that kind of time to fuck around.
Right.
I really don't.
Okay.
Or
Beardless said he has a friend that got to platinum, and he said he went insane.
Wow.
somebody
Yeah.
made a parody video of the ending on YouTube. It's pretty good.
Oh,
It's,
yeah?
if you want to check it out, it's The Witness's secret third ending, 110% or something like that. 110% complete.
Sure.
You'll find it if you search that.
Yeah, I might look into that
Nice.
tomorrow.
Okay. Will, did you play anything else?
I played some Smash Brothers.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't really have a lot to say about that.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing. I'm pretty much watching the Easter egg ending of The Witness right now, but I don't think I want to spend the 10 minutes to try and do it. So,
Gotcha.
Fuck no.
For me, the only thing I've played other than XCOM and Firewatch is Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I play like a few hours at a time. I don't remember where I was last time I played it, but I really like how the areas that you like start off in are kind of like open, and you can do a little exploring. I think that's a lot different than the last game.
Breaks it up nicely, doesn't it?
Yeah, because I'm just farting around trying to gather the treasures and like hunting stuff in kind of not the first open. Yeah, I guess it is second open area. in the Siberian wilderness. I really like that. So it's a great game. Great game. But that's all I played other than the obvious ones we already talked about. Corey, what do you got?
Nothing. Just
Nothing.
The Witness in XCOM 2. I'm wondering what I should play now.
Firewatch.
Let's talk about it.
I'm not in the mood for Firewatch at all.
Okay, don't play. I don't want you to hate it.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. That's like I have to play that after I play something I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Crypt of the Necrodancer.
I don't know. I need something that's gonna maybe Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Fallout 4.
It's really good.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, you should play Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah. It just came out. If I play Will's XCOM, you can play my Rise of the Tomb Raider.
What about Syndicate?
Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Syndicate I think would scratch my itch right now.
Yeah. That was a good game. I liked it.
I just like I don't know. I'm just in the mood for something addictive that's not annoying, you know?
Yeah.
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Tomb
It's
Raider.
addictive.
Rocket League.
Rocket League would do it, but that always does it. Rocket League and Hearthstone.
Doesn't it always?
Yeah.
Diablo 3.
I vote for Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah. I vote for
I'd like
that
to
also.
hear your thoughts on that one.
Maybe I'll try that. What's coming out next week? Anything? Or do we get a week
Street
off?
Fighter 5.
Next week, next Friday is Fire Emblem.
I work next weekend.
Corey can't play Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I don't have a 3DS anyway.
Me and Will are excited for that one.
You know what I could do?
Oh, yeah.
Could order one on Amazon with the game, play it over the weekend, and return.
You could do that.
I got a box cutter, utility knife, X-Acto knife, whatever you want to call it, from Amazon. DeWalt got really good reviews, and it's a decent brand.
Yeah, DeWalt makes good tools.
Yeah.
Yep. And I dropped it. Oops. And it wouldn't hold the blade anymore, so I returned it. Got my money back, no problem. Had returned just the utility, none of the packaging, just the utility knife and 3 used blades that came with it. Got my money back. It said it was defective. It's a tool. It should hold up to one drop at knee height.
Yeah.
Far Cry Primal comes out on the 23rd.
Oh wow!
I think
It's
that comes
sneaking
out
up.
later on PC. I think it's
March
in
1st.
March. Is it the first?
Yeah.
So they have for Ubisoft has Far Cry Primal, and then a week later the Division.
Yep. Let me look. I'm pretty sure it's the first.
Damn it! It's too close together.
Corey.
April's the month that's going to put me in the poorhouse.
The entire first half of this year is going to put me in the poorhouse.
April is Dirt Rally, Quantum Break, Dark Souls 3, Ratchet and Clank, Uncharted 4, and Mafia 3.
Wow.
Yeah, it is March 1st.
Crud muffin.
Corey, it sounds to me like you need a little game called Stardew Valley.
Ooh, when's that come out?
I told you guys
26th.
should buy that.
It's $15. It's not a lot.
You don't buy a game from a developer that hasn't finished their first game.
It's not being developed by Chucklefish. They're just publishing it.
Something feels
Still.
dirty.
It does feel dirty.
Beardless said Super Blast Deluxe comes out next week, Corey.
Oh, sweet. What's
What's
that?
Oh.
Let me check it out.
I'll
Man, I
check
don't
that out. Like, call it feedback. Go ahead, Will.
I don't understand your Stardew Valley hate.
It's not Stardew Valley. It's I feel shafted for
Star Citizen?
Starbound.
Starbound. That was supposed to come out in 2012, right? 13.
I don't know. They've set a couple dates that 1.0 was going to be out, and
yet Terraria has come out with Terraria and expansions and spin-offs.
Terraria.
And...
Yeah, The Other World is coming out soon.
it's frustrating. But I'm not bitter or anything.
It's not as bad as backing Unsung Story or whatever, and they delayed development on it.
I was gonna bring that up. Yeah, I'm one of those backers, and I got the email,
Me too.
and I was like,
Wait,
well,
these guys that pissed it away on booze and women?
No,
that's
No.
simulator.
different developer.
Wow. What a bunch of heroes. You know, if you're going to do it right.
Yeah.
If you're going to piss the money away, at least do it on hookers and booze.
Yep.
If they did that with this game, I would be all right with it. But
Yeah,
they didn't. They just
As long as they keep it real.
exactly.
Don't be a Shkreli.
Yeah. Don't be a farmer bro.
Super Blast Deluxe is a Vita game, huh?
Nice. All right. Feedback?
Sure, Dan.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I guess.
I had a little brain fart there. Email from Idaho Jake says, sorry guys, I don't really have any feedback, but I will say congratulations to Eric and his lovely wife. And his lovely wife. And you two are happy and give us more future podcasters. Now, question of the week. If games got a worldwide ban for 10 years and all the gaming companies went out of business after 10 years and the ban is lifted, but Kickstarter is the only way they can start again, what game company would you support? You can only pick one.
I would want Psyonix to make me a new Rocket League.
Psyonix and a new Rocket League.
Done. I'm
Gotcha.
happy.
Okay. We kind of hit on... Did we hit on this a little bit last week?
A little bit.
Combining.
Yeah.
I would probably pick Paradox. Because they've come out with some of my favorite strategy games. If that's the only company that's going to be able to come out of the Kickstarter thing, they at least give you games that you can sink a lot of hours into, and games that I really enjoy. So mine would be Paradox.
I'm going to go with Blizzard.
That's what I'm
Blizzard.
thinking too.
Oh,
Not because they're my favorite developer, nor because,
you trust them.
my favorite games. But yeah, I trust them to make quality games that I can enjoy and, pump those games out with pretty good frequency.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know about frequency, but...
Hey, I can play World of Warcraft for 15 years
that's... Yeah.
while I wait for everything else.
Yeah, that's true. But there was big gaps, but now they're starting to come out with more things. They just... Hearthstone kind of just came out, and, Diablo 3. You're right, World of Warcraft has a new expansion every, 18 months or whatever now.
Something.
You're forgetting about the flagship game, Dan. Heroes of the
Overwatch,
Storm.
StarCraft.
Oh, HOTS just came out. So yeah, StarCraft 2 came out not that long ago.
New expansion just came
the new
out.
expansion. StarCraft 2 came out, 5 years ago now?
Man, 2010 maybe.
Yeah, 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, it's just the
Seemed like that long
expansion.
ago, but yeah, the expansion just came out. So
Legacy of the Void.
Blizzard's a good one.
That Super Blast Deluxe game actually looks kind of cool. I don't know if you're watching that, Corey.
No.
Yeah, it looks cool.
No, I haven't been paying attention. Yeah,
All right.
something like that would be fun.
Tito in LA says, bought a few new games from Steam. First one is Oceanhorn, homage to Zelda, specifically Wind Waker. Very sleek graphics, decent gameplay, good voice acting. Put in an hour of it so far. Firewatch, kind of excited for this game, even though I hear the ending is a lame duck. The Witness, really enjoyed what I put into the game so far. Managed to figure out the desert puzzle mechanics you guys talked about last week. I put around 2 or 3 hours into that game so far. Downloaded the update for Rocket League that ushers in Season 2. Did solo standard to get ranked on PC and PS4, and ended up in Challenger Elite, which is rank 8 of 12. Pretty happy with that result. Hopefully I can get into the next tier without too much trouble. We'll definitely buy the Xbox One version when it comes out. Congratulations on the wedding, Eric. That's a big life moment right there.
So he's in Challenger Elite.
He's in Challenger
I am
Elite,
not in Challenger Elite.
which is
He's in a higher level than
rank
I am.
of 8 of 12.
Yeah, he's in a higher one than me.
Okay.
Thank you for the congrats.
Yeah. Oceanhorn is a game I'm going to look into because I've heard good things about it. Firewatch I obviously liked. The Witness I will probably play over the summer, I think. So
Don't do it.
you think I should not bother?
Nah.
All right. Well, we'll see when the time comes.
I don't think you should bother. Do you guys?
Do you think I would like it more than you guys?
No.
More than me, yeah.
I think you'll love it at first.
Oh, okay. I'll love it for 10, 12 hours, 15.
And then you just beating your head against the fucking wall.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if you really want to play it, yeah, but
I'm sure I will play it.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's for science.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a good for science game.
Yeah, maybe I'll buy it on a sale or something.
Yeah, if you see it, yeah.
Steam summer sale. Okay.
Or you could borrow
Eric,
my PlayStation.
Yeah. Could. If I borrowed your PlayStation, it'd probably be for an exclusive that I couldn't play on
Yeah, I was
computer.
gonna say that's an exclusive, but it's still on PC. But
Okay. Eric, you had one more piece of feedback?
Final bit of feedback from Derek in Chicago.
Eric in Chicago.
Hey guys, sorry it's been so long. I just wanted to chime in with a couple quick notes. I agree with your ongoing assessment of The Witness. I too was loving it more than anything at first, and then over a couple of weeks slowly lost my interest in going back into the puzzles I couldn't solve. I'm almost to the point where I want to look up the answers. I don't think I'll bring myself to that. Today I got the DLC for Dying Light, The Following. Only got a few missions in, but I really like the driving, and it's awesome to get back into that game. Was curious if any of you were going to pick that up.
I want it.
Yeah.
I do.
I do
Because
too.
I've heard good things about it.
I think my plan is to wait until the full package goes on sale.
And
For
buy like a Game of the Year edition.
Yeah, like $35 or something like that.
Mhm.
But I do want to play that again because I think it's better than what I initially liked it.
Right.
I think I could like it more.
Yeah.
Corey?
Yeah, I would love to get that.
I missed the first part of the conversation.
Any interest in buying the DLC for Dying Light? The Following.
Yeah, definitely interested. I'm curious. I want to ride around,
Yeah.
kill zombies.
It's interesting that they switched to cars.
Yeah. 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 Well, that was because I read a review for the DLC, and that was a point they made. You know, the whole first game is running around and parkour and stuff, and then it's a complete 180 to add in vehicles and all the mechanics that come along with that. It's like a different game.
Yeah.
I think it's a testament though to the quality of the game.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
it's adds another layer into the playground aspect.
Yeah. Totally.
Also, one of my friends recently got into your podcast. We were both in the live stream for the Thummies episode.
Oh, nice.
It was an interesting first experience for him,
I bet.
but he ended up purchasing Monster Hunter 4 thanks to your discussion. I sent him a link to your past episode that focused on the game as well to entice him further.
Nice.
I also really like the question of the week that was submitted last week by Jake regarding some of the life stats you would want to know immediately after you died. Some additional stats I'd want to know besides the stuff you guys brought up would include an iTunes style listing of how many times I've listened to a certain song or album.
Oh.
I think I know which
That would be
album
cool.
I've listened to the most. If I had to guess, it would be Weezer's Blue Album.
Okay.
Or it could be Insomniac by Green Day.
Mine would be Insomniac, no question.
Or, honestly, Mark Tom and Travis show got a lot of playtime
That was good.
from me.
That one's hard to find nowadays, too.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, mine would definitely be Insomniac. Whenever I went to Graham's house, we would just listen to that. He had the cassette.
Yeah.
Listen to one side, flip it over, listen to the other.
Yeah, flip it back over.
Repeat while we were playing video games.
So good. Corey, Will? Albums?
Mark Tom and Travis show is definitely up there.
Yeah.
Blue Album's definitely up there. I would honestly say though, I listened to that. I don't know if it's their self-titled Motion City soundtrack album, front to back, in my car for like 3 years.
Wow. Does that have Everything Is All Right on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, so that would definitely be up there. That might be the number one. And the Green Day albums, American Idiot, would probably of all of them is the one I listen to the most.
Ugh,
Really?
that's disappointing.
Hey man, it's just at a time in my life where I was driving a lot.
I guess.
Yeah.
Will?
Oh man, to be honest with you, I'm not sure. I would say probably either Homesick by A Day to Remember or For Those Who Have Heart by A Day to Remember.
That's a good. Those are both good ones.
Yeah, those are probably their two best albums. Probably those two I listen to the most would be my guess.
All right. How many times I watched a certain movie or read a book? Another thing that intrigues me would be a collection of my most said phrases or words in my life. Just kind of curious to see what things I've said an obnoxious amount of times.
Oh man,
That's a good one.
That is a good one. What about you, Eric? Did you come up with anything? You weren't here last week. Any life stats you'd like to know? Mine were all food
number
related.
of Mountain Dews that I've drank.
Oh yeah, we had that discussion.
Did you? I listened to it,
before,
but
before your wedding, we had a discussion about
Yeah,
Mountain Dew and its
yeah,
effect
that's right.
on your
Sperm
baby
count.
making capabilities.
Baby batters. Yeah, mine would probably be all food related. Yeah. I'd like just a total tally of hours on video games. Of all video games I've played.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even want to know.
I'd like
It'd
to
probably
know.
be disgusting.
I'd like to know the dollar amount I've spent on like fast food and restaurant food. That would be interesting.
Upsetting.
Yeah,
An upsetting
would,
amount.
Upsetting would be more like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or take it
Now-
another way, like if I invested the amount of money I spent on
How
fast
rich
food,
could I?
Yeah.
how much money could I have by the time I was 50?
Ugh.
Well, again, you're getting into the hypothetical ones, Corey,
But why can't you do hypotheticals?
because it's a page of stats from your life.
I believe when I posed the question, I said anything goes.
It's like going back and looking at someone's like career stats from
Football.
from football, yeah, or hockey. You know, you wouldn't be able to glean like how many points they would have had in a season if they weren't
if
injured.
Sidney Crosby was feeding him the puck.
That sounds like baseball stats.
Yeah,
I don't get it, but it sounded like a shot at baseball, and I was all for it. Congrats again to Eric on his wedding. Thank you. Looking forward to hearing about it in your week's discussion. Talk to you guys soon. Derek from Chicago. P.S. The Destiny Crimson Days event sucks. It's a real bummer.
I've heard that from a few different
I
places.
can't imagine it's any good.
That is a bummer.
Yeah,
Well, hopefully with the new news coming out today,
Yeah.
a little more excitement for Destiny this year than anticipated.
I swear that's why they fired their CEO and got a new guy.
Oh, well, my God. I mean,
That was
the direction that it sounded like they were going this year, it's like, who?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck about that anymore?
Me.
Those little events could not have sounded less interesting.
I agree.
Jake wants to know how many balloons he could have filled with all of his farts. Oh, God.
Okay. Any other thoughts? Oh, we wanted to crown the winner for
Oh yeah.
Games Eaten.
Last year.
Yeah. I've been meaning to do this for a few weeks now.
I forgot honestly when
Yeah,
I
you
was.
sure you did.
I think
Well,
Dan's
no.
been now.
I still have to do the predictions. I keep meaning to do that, and I keep forgetting. Okay, Eric, the last game for 2015 I have you beating is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Does that sound right?
Sure.
Sounds like Eric.
Okay.
Sounds like Eric. Fucking hated that game.
All right. Well, the last game I have for you is Her Story. I know you beat a few more after that, so let's hear them.
Undertale, Dan.
Okay. Undertale.
Stanley Parable 4 times.
Path of Exile. Corey, you're just jealous.
Path of Exile. Okay.
Splatoon.
Splatoon.
And Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Syndicate.
I think that has my total at 35,
36.
36. Wait, I'm missing a game then.
I thought you said you were at 35. How are you missing a game?
You had one more than you thought you did.
Well,
One off.
I did this off memory from what I beat this year. Other than I pretty much after the Banner Saga, I was going off memory.
Dude, I don't even have the Banner Saga on here.
There it is.
Yeah, that's not on here, Will.
I did beat it. It was one of my 4 in February.
So subtract 1.
Oh, I do
from
have
that
it.
List.
Okay, yeah, it was number 11. I thought you beat it recently, like at the end of the year.
Oh, wait, it was number 11?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have it as number 10 on my list.
All right, so 1 through 10.
You're missing a game on your
Yeah.
list. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
Oh yeah, I was still so confused. I'm
Yeah.
like,
That,
I don't understand.
Oh,
why I
okay.
ignored
Yeah.
you too.
Well, if you want to keep your list, well, I can like send it to you so you can see
Yeah.
what you missed.
Sure.
Corey, the last game I have you beating is Hyrule Warriors. Should be anything after that.
Life is Strange.
Life is Strange.
Her Story.
All right.
I don't know what else.
You would beat her.
I guess
story.
it doesn't really matter.
Strange.
Or does it? No, it doesn't.
I wanted to keep the list. Her Story. Okay.
I don't know what else I beat after that. I think there was a couple things, but I can't remember. No big deal.
Well, send them to me when you get them.
Yeah.
All right. So, Eric beat 14 games. Corey beat 32 games.
Wow.
I beat 34 games. And Will beat 36 games.
It's a lot closer than I thought.
Well
So
done.
Gone Home and Stanley Parable.
Nerds.
I was going to beat Stanley Parable, and I just never got around to it. I downloaded it and everything. And
I
just
wish you did so badly.
Well, it would have made 35. I still wouldn't have.
Could have played it a few times.
Yeah, but it only counts once per year. I can play it this year now.
You could have played that, Sprinkle Island.
Dan,
Yeah.
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4, yeah. Was that last year or was that this year?
Last year.
Last year,
I
yeah.
beat it before Christmas.
Okay.
You did it, Corey?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, wait, Rocket League. Did I beat that this year?
Yeah, wait.
You wanted to go for the platinum, right?
Yeah, my first platinum and only.
I'll write that down for this year because
Okay.
I'll do it right now because otherwise I will definitely forget. All right.
So were we 33, 34, 35?
33, 34, 36. 2016.
Wait, do I get beaten games for the Hearthstone expansions?
Yes. Probably.
Yes.
No.
But we'll
Just
worry about
trying
that
to dig
later.
through everything.
Was there 3 or 4 of them, Corey?
I want an audit. I want an audit on last year's beaten
Okay,
games.
I'll do the audit. I'll do it. I have
will-
no horse in this race.
I will quit this podcast if Corey wins.
Oh, Captain
Yeah.
Toad's Treasure Tracker.
Oh yeah. Let me
That's
see if I have that. I don't know.
That's
If
on there. He beat that earlier in the year.
Go
I
ahead.
beat that at
and
the beginning of November.
Yeah, that's number 27 on your list, Corey.
Okay.
Corey's trying to sneak games in there now.
Oh wait, no. I already have Fallout 4 on here for you,
Oh,
Corey.
okay. All right.
So that you're back down to 32.
Corey, just start naming things off.
Soma. You got Soma on there?
Yep, 26.
You got Final Fantasy 7 on there?
You got the beginner's guide?
Not 7.
6.
Beginner's guide's on here.
Shit.
I tried to do a good job of keeping the list.
Undertale?
Undertale, yeah, that's on there.
Sprinkle Island.
I didn't
No,
play
those-
that. The Tender Cut?
Yep,
Bite your tongue. Mario Maker?
yep.
Shitty game.
Okay.
Sounds to me he's got it, Corey.
I'm not done. We're only in September.
Oh my god.
Congrats, Will.
Thank you, Eric.
Congrats.
Way to do it.
Well done, William.
Now that I have my championship for a year, I can now not worry about it as much.
You could slack off.
You're
this
like
year.
an actual professional athlete.
Exactly. I had my contract year last year. Now
Yep.
I've
You
got
got
a nice
contract
long
year.
deal.
Now you don't have to do shit.
Exactly. Although I do have 5 so far this year, which isn't too bad.
You got to fill me in on what they are when we get done, because
Sure.
I only have like 2, I think.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to play games to beat him anymore.
Taking the Eric route. Nice.
I'm going to play him until I don't want to play him. And
Yeah.
It's going to be the end of it.
Play him until something else comes out
Yeah.
a week later.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to beat. Well, I say that now, but I just don't like to leave stuff unfinished
Same.
unless the game is like really super hard or really don't like it. I'll probably try to beat it. at some point. All right. Don't know what we're gonna do for next week. We'll keep you posted. Eric's you're probably gonna be off until you get moved and settled, right?
I'll probably be gone for 2 weeks.
Okay.
So
2 weeks.
yeah,
God.
I'm moving. Let's see.
It was 2 weeks. from
24th, which is a Wednesday, and then getting the house set up and everything that Thursday.
Yep.
Christy and Tyler are going to be down there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Well, yeah, that'll do it for episode 238 of the Thumbstick Athletes podcast. I'm your host, Dan.
America.
Will.
Corey.
Thanks for listening, and get out of my basement. All right.
Bedtime.